There once was a squirrel and her name was Lil Red. She ate some bad peaches that went to her head. She stumbled and staggered home to her bed. And when she woke up in the morning, she said, "Let's listen. Lil Red, ooh, ooh, Lil Red, ooh, ooh. She goes where no other squirrels tread. Ooh, ooh, squirrel."
Squirrel. Hey, y'all. Hey. Sorry, I know I changed the time. Changed on a minute. Changed really quick back. I've got a phone call that's going to come in soon, and I'm going to have to take it. It won't take but a few minutes. But hopefully it'll be a little while because they know I'm on a important meeting. Let me get the screen and say hey to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good day. I saw a lot of you in Miss Charlotte's chat just now, or just a while ago. And who else here? Hey, not a fan. Jennifer, Nikki, Miss Cassandra, Sophie Queen, Cindy. Good to see y'all. Lisa, Spicy Pizza, Phyllis, Jane, Miss Cassandra, Heather. I said Miss Cassandra already, I know. Don't shoot me. Heather, who else? Where did I lose my chat? Jane, did I say Jane? Ann Kay, Police Wildlife, Sherry Berryman, Ribbon Cap, Sarah Hill, Sammy Joe, and Lynn. Welcome, welcome. Cindy Lou, hey. And Dane's Addiction, what's up? Has everybody had a good, what is it, Thursday, I think? Lord. I hear that ice in that glass, sweet tea or whiskey. You don't hear no ice in no glass. You might hear some fizz in the beer. It should be whiskey tonight, Lord. Jesus. Hold on. I've got to turn my oven off. I forgot. Hold on 1 second. Is Hannah Bananas here yet? It's going to be a good night. Give me 1 minute. And I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. Sorry. Alrighty. Mama T, what's up? How you doing? Whew. So was everybody in here in Charlotte's Live earlier? Most of you, anyway. Very interesting. That was the first time in months. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't got drunk in so long. I'm one of those. Well, let me tell you something when I partake. And is it a show? I wasn't. I was at work. Oh, okay. Hey, Amber Chick. I saw you there. This time always sneaks up on me. It doesn't matter how ready I am. Oopsie. It don't matter how ready I am when I schedule it. Something happens, mess it up, and hey Vera, I am not going to lie. It's hard to keep up with all the shenanigans. Allegedly for 1999, super sticker. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That was a different side of Dottie than most people have seen. That most people have seen. It truly is. You having some wine, please, wife? I don't blame you. I'm trying to rarely care. How are you? I've lost my place in chat, y'all. Spicy pizza. I said you little Amber. Farm girl, how are you? Reagan, hey. I'm still lost. Imagine that. Rarely care. I've been reading Twitter. I need a drink. Lynn, hey, everybody. And K is hard to keep up. It really is. All right, I think I've caught up. I hope. Y'all, if you don't have your live chat on, make sure it's on live, not top. Oh, Jamie Schaefer for $4.99. Thank you, ma'am, for the sticker. It says you're number one. I love it. So Charlotte played on her stream the I'm Not Drunk live stream, not the actual, well, the audio of it. And I hadn't heard it, and it kind of was like, wow, really. I was kind of taken aback. I want to hear it again. I want to listen to her. I want to go listen to her stream again. And so I get what parts I missed, because I know there's parts I missed. I think Hannah Bananas is coming tonight to talk. I don't know who else will come up and want to talk, but I hope there are some. And I want to ask Jennifer about yes, no you don't, but I'll give it to you. About something. And the links in chat. Okay. There she is. Hey, ma'am.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. Hang on, let me get the link and I'll put it in the private chat.
What link?
You wanted to listen to the
Oh yeah. I didn't know that's the link you were talking about. I was like, I thought you were talking the link to this.
Well, then you don't have to listen to it through the
through her stream.
Let's see. Private chat. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I wanted to ask you about the screenshots we were talking about last night, but that you said you weren't comfortable sharing, but you told who tweeted. Was that on that person's Twitter, that progressive account's Twitter?
Yeah.
Are they still there?
Should be.
Is that the hashtag? Was that the name you gave? Was that the handle or no?
Yeah, I'll find them. Hang on.
It was conservative, right?
The Progressive Conservative.
Okay, I found it. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I lied. I was someone told me they saw all those and that those names were redacted, so you couldn't tell who.
No, they weren't.
Maybe they've redacted since.
Let me. Where is?
I don't see them.
They're a ways down.
I
There
can't.
is a ton of them.
Yeah, I heard there was like 80 something, right?
There's like 80 some.
But I don't see him. I don't see that account.
Here you go.
You're just so helpful. Thank you.
That's one of the threads. There's like 3 different threads full of them.
Wow. Okay, I just like to be up to. I want to do my homework for once. Let me see. Where'd you drop it? In the private?
It's in the private chat.
Thank you. And okay, I'll check them out later. Hopefully. So, I guess you weren't shocked at all by Charlotte's stream, huh? Or any of this?
No. I actually had watched that live, and yeah.
Man, I say I can't get shocked. I can't be shocked by any of this, but it's still shocking. It really is. Hey, Josh.
Yeah, the section about you, unfortunately, was not recorded.
What now?
The section about you wasn't recorded.
What, in Dottie's live?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard it. I think when she said F her, F them, and
I'll tell you what it was later. Then you didn't hear it then.
Oh gosh. Oh, when she's talking about I was on heroin. That one.
Yeah, where you had a tourniquet.
She's an idiot. I showed that belt the next night actually on my stream. It's my ex-boyfriend's belt that was in one of these dresser drawers that I've changed my computer from my room to from my bedroom into the office next door, an empty bedroom. But I had to move some dressers out, and there was clothes in here. It was a belt that belonged to my ex-boyfriend, and it wasn't in a loop. It was looped in itself. She's just ridiculous.
No, what she was doing was stretching. That was all stretching.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's been running that narrative about me since November, the end of November. So
don't sit here and say she was my friend and I really care. No, pick up a goddamn,
I don't want her to die.
Send a freaking message. If you're so goddamn concerned, send a message.
Yeah, she I think every time she comes up with something she can say about me, she's hoping it will be this will be the one that will get me off of YouTube. I don't know why can't I be here too, damn it?
Apparently the platform's just not big enough for all you guys.
I mean, shit, really? I mean, I don't bother her streams. I don't watch them at all because I try not to nod off a lot. But I'm just playing. That was ugly. I shouldn't have said that. I'm just angry. I'm so angry about all of this because it's been months. It's been 6 months since me and hers, whatever. And it's just now people are seeing there's a different side to her that I didn't even know existed until December.
I don't think a lot of people did.
But yeah, I know.
And I mean, it to me, it was really telling that literally as soon as that live ended, she deleted it. And I think that's very, if you're going to say something, be willing to stand on it. You know what I mean? Don't delete it. And everybody's mad. It really bothers me. Everybody's mad that clip was made. But nobody minds when KJ's, deleted lives and Instagrams are recorded. Nobody cares. But everybody cares because it's Dottie. Why? What's the double standard? I
mean, does everybody realize that the C word is what got me hated the most? Is the mostest. Because in a private DMs with my best friend, I called some people to see word because I was venting. I was pissed off. I was frustrated. I wasn't going to say it to her, and that doesn't make it better. That makes it worse. But I didn't say it publicly on camera. You know, it's just, I regret it, but damn.
Oh, I know. Yeah, like I said, that
Really?
just that entire live just blew my mind. And I don't normally watch her. I think it was, I don't even remember why I turned it on.
I've never caught one of her lives. I've caught
I
5
can't
or 10 minutes of
remember.
them, but
I never watch her, and I caught that one, and I caught the other one where she was crying too, and that's the one that got the the lovely the love note from another creator.
Charlotte, I played it too and laughed. So AZ, I was that was a good. She's might have some talent in the music industry.
I know, right?
I don't know.
It's
It
just
forced me to sign into my account. I don't even remember my password. I had to make an account when I was my other was banned for StreamYards. Can't you? Yeah, you had to make another one, I guess. Does that take long? That doesn't take a second, right? If you use your
no, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, you use a Gmail address. I don't know. And I don't mean to make light of it. It's a. Joey said, "F Little Red, I'm not drunk." What? Yeah, that's funny. I don't mean to make light of it and make jokes about it because it was like the least funniest thing that happened to me in years when that happened. It was anxiety inducing. I thought I was going to have a nervous breakdown. Terrible. And if it weren't for some of my moderators, I don't know how I would have gotten through it. And again, this from someone who loved me and just wanted to help me, that knew how bad my anxiety was and knew how I handle stress. Let's just give her a stroke. That'll be good for her.
I don't understand the hatred that's going around right now.
I don't either.
You know,
I don't, and I don't understand. Was it some feeling of power when it happened to me or someone else at a previous time that made people feel like they could just steamroll over Charlotte? Because mine kind of fizzled out. Because I ran and hid and kept my damn mouth shut because there wasn't no fighting that. I mean, there was a mob of them. There was lots of people who hated me, right? So I wasn't going to even try. I was like, screw it. The ones who stick with me will stick with me, and the ones who don't, we'll see later that that's not who I am. I mean, I've made mistakes, blah, blah, blah. But Charlotte she had people that stayed with her too, like I did, but they wouldn't stop. A month went by. And it was still just as bad as it seemed like it was just as bad, if not worse, than the day it happened. Like, it was crazy.
What bothers me is even now, everything is coming out. Yeah, all the things that we were, begging them to see is coming out. And it's still Charlotte's fault. It's still Charlotte's fault. Please explain to me how this is her fault. Please. Because she was smart enough to figure it out.
Well, in the chat, in last night's chat, someone, and they DM me and said I wasn't trying to be a problem in chat, but they just had questions, and their issue was if Charlotte knew the whole time, if she knew before she did that stream about what, it wasn't that she knew everything, it was that they had told her about, you know what I'm talking about, right? That the police were looking into it, so just don't say anything about that part. Mm-hmm. Then she kept a secret but what was she supposed to do? She had, a whole community. I know they didn't outright threaten her, but it's a threatening feeling when everybody hates you and you're losing subscribers like just crazy, and members, and people were not talking to you. You're losing friends. Was she really supposed to make that claim? And then if she hadn't made that claim, would it have fixed everything? because I don't think it would have. It would have pissed them people off more.
I don't think there's anything there. No way that she responded was going to be right.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, she could have made people madder by doing that. My new name for Dottie is Dirty Dottie, and I hope she sees it. She will.
I'm sure we have visitors.
She always knows about my strength. It's like I have not bothered her since all this happened. Yes, when something gets brought up about me, I have started defending myself and speaking out. And people act like I slapped them in the mouth. Like, how dare she say my name? Or this is my favorite. She's talking about me without saying my name right now. Really? So you can do all this to me, and I'm not allowed to say your name or even talk about you without saying your name. I just have to shut the F up. No. How is that fair? That's what I showed. That's what I did the first few times people came at me because I was scared. But damn.
I don't understand what made those particular creators what gave them the moral high ground while you and Charlotte and anyone that was on the other side.
I'll tell you what I think. I honestly think that when what happened to me in December happened, I don't think, I mean, they went live on a channel who had never had a live stream, had never posted any content. It was a brand new channel. They had to wait 24 hours to do a live stream.
I think I know.
And they had, 350 people in that chat? I'm not sure exactly. And it was, I think there was some kind of feeling of power for her or for some people. I don't know. I don't know what else it could be. Like, because it worked. I mean, I lost nearly all of my members. I had 70 something members. I lost almost all of them. And I mean, I went from over 200 every night, like between 200 and 300 in every chat, to which had only been going on for a couple weeks, to 20 and 30 in a chat. And I think that it Aaron says, Red, I don't even know what went down way back then when, and it never mattered to me. I have a good time when I'm here, and that's all that's right. That's all that matters, Aaron O'Kelly. Thank you. I don't know if it was just a feeling of we run this shit. Look what just happened. I can't figure it out, because the live, there was stuff said about me that wasn't true, not on the live as much as two people privately, like Little Red says this and this and this about you. When I was never alone after streams, there were explanations for everything that would have made it better, but or would have explained it, but nobody was going to believe that she told fibs on me, because she was the innocent one and I was the crazy bitch that would cuss at Joey on live streams, so I didn't.
Can you drop another link for Hannah?
I can, yay. But I mean, I don't wish any bad for her. I hope that she really was tricked and this wasn't anything, sinister on her part. But I can't say that I'm sad that it's all come out, because, hey, Irish badass. I mean, I've got a lot of people that have come back to my streams. I mean, pretty regularly. Somebody comes every month or every once in a while. But it's nice for them to see it's not just bullshit, I really ain't that evil person. I don't know. Miss Cassandra, you've always been here, and I have a lot. Colleen's never left. My moderators that I have now, the ones that I had then, they've been here since. Sherry and Tammy and Christy, or channel manager. They've been here since the beginning. And Kier, there's many more. I just can't think of them all right now. But I love everybody. I've got the ones who are still with me. I love them to death. But it was just really sad, because, gosh, I was in this community. I thought I was more deeper rooted here than being able to somebody run me off almost just from pissing two people off, you know?
Hey y'all,
Hey girl, hey.
Hey, Hannah.
do I sound okay?
How you doing? Yeah, you sound good.
I'm good.
So let's get into it.
Oh Lord. I swear every time I look on Twitter there's like more. Now they're all throwing each other under the bus.
I haven't even had a chance to go there, and I don't think I follow the right people. I try to not follow the drama, so I miss a lot of good stuff probably. But it
Well, I
keeps me
try to follow it but stay out of it.
right. If I follow it,
It
it
follows
latches
you.
on to me. I can't. I gotta stay away.
What are you getting lied to about, Irish?
Where what did you say?
Irish said, I'm kind of pissed. I'm getting lied to. I'm asking simple questions and getting no answers or lies. My Irish
Who are you
temper
getting
is
lied?
throwing up.
Who's lying about what?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking.
Mm, Hannah, tell you the story about what happened
Oh,
when you. Okay.
okay. So when this all first came out and the declaration first came out, and I don't know that if Charlotte had done her stream yet, that she had the private and stuff or not, but me and PJ decided that we were going to do a stream going over the declaration, that declaration, pointing out just the inconsistencies of it and not go into anything else about the hacking or harassing and that, just to point out the blatant inconsistencies in the declaration. And we did that, and then after the drama had gotten bad for a while with Charlotte, I went on a panel with Az and Julie, and I didn't talk in the chat at all that night. I didn't type in the chat. Hell, I can't. I'm only on one device, so I can't even type in the chat on StreamYard. So, and I hadn't been in any chats really for like a couple weeks. The last comment I remember I made was on a PJ video, like just saying hey or something, like 2 weeks before that, and that was at like 10 o'clock at night, and I woke up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, couldn't go back to sleep, and I usually will just turn something on YouTube and listen to it until I fall back asleep, and my YouTube wouldn't load, and I'm like, what the hell? And so I went to click the Google thing and it wouldn't come up. And it said, if you've received this message, it's because your account has been banned. And I thought, oh my God. I mean, I didn't think it was going to let me into my email at all. And so, but it did. And at 4:03 a.m., I got 2 emails at 4:03 back to back. Both of them came in then. Have had that channel for years, and I had one video on it that I had mirrored. That's mirrored all over YouTube, and it was it's still on YouTube. Anyway, I had the first email said that it had they were taking that video down, but they weren't giving me a strike because it was my first offense and I had never been in any trouble. And the next email was that I was permanently banned for severe harassment or cyberbullying. And I tried to appeal it the next day, and within 2 hours I had an answer back that said no.
Wow.
And I knew, I knew it had been mass reported. I knew it had because of what I had said in that stream. And because, see, I've been on Twitter for like, I think my Twitter account says 2010, and I made a Twitter because I followed Janelle Evans. I've been watching the Hatters and all this for a long time, and I think I might have got too close to somebody and where they came from, and my account was just gone.
What did you say on stream that you think got you what? I mean, was it really bad or was it just the
No,
mass?
it wasn't bad.
No, they were questioning.
Yeah, we were just
Wow.
questioning things and about raking and things, and I didn't say anything for sure. I really didn't say anything, but I think that I can't say for sure, but I think it was just, I mean, I mean, I just knew what had happened before this and accounts before these accounts. And I mean, I knew Katie Joy because of the Hatters before I had been, and I was a mod for Unirock at the time. And when he started talking about her, I'm like, what the hell? I know this is not the same person because I had like, I would watch all that stuff on YouTube, I mean, on Twitter with the Hatters and stuff. And I had already got mixed up in with the Hatters and some crazy stripper chick and got accused of being her and sent one of them a picture of my license like a couple years ago. Like, and so I know not to mess with them. And like, so I would just watch it from afar. And so when Uni started talking about Katie, I'm like, he kept saying Katie Joy, and I just kept telling myself it couldn't be the same person. And finally, like, I've got to check and see if this is who he's talking about. And when I saw it, I'm like, I'll be damned. This is like worlds colliding. It was crazy.
Wow. And
Yeah.
no. I mean, they don't have to explain shit to you.
No, they don't.
Channel manager for 1999. I told you I'd never leave because I knew you're a good person. I loved you before the drama happened, and I love you now. Why? Because you are a good woman. Yes, I'm not. I love you. Oh, I love you so good. Whew. Girl, stop trying to make me cry. These are the people who have stuck by me since the day I met them, and I will love them forever. And the ones who left for a minute and they came back, I love them forever too. Like, because I mean, I get it. Hey,
Yeah.
Reagan or any other spy that's watching, you owe an apology to Charlotte. That apparently asking people to apologize to Charlotte is pissing some people off. I've seen that quite a bit. But I mean, apologize.
But they didn't have a problem.
No, they're
They didn't
doubling
have a
down.
problem asking her to apologize to Nat. I mean, there was stream after stream done about that, telling her to apologize to Nat. I think Charlotte should just do the right thing and apologize when she knew the whole time and we knew. And any kind of mention of it got shut down. We couldn't talk about it. Literally, my account was banned. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy. And it's permanent. That's what's crazy.
yeah. And see, the thing is people were like, go and tag YouTube on Twitter, and I was going to do that, and I'm like, well, if I do that, then I'm going to let them all know that they succeeded in getting getting it banned. If I just make another account and lay low for a little bit, at least they won't follow me around and like try to get me for evading a ban or something like that, you know?
Yeah, is that a thing? Like, if you get shut down, you're really not supposed to have another account ever, or does it depend?
And yeah, you're not supposed to, and that's the thing. Like, I mean, that account was in a different name, so come try me, bitches, because there's not really a way to report somebody for that. Now, people with channels, I've seen it happen, but like, I mean, hell, Keemstar does that. I mean, his first account got banned, and his new one's in his girlfriend's name. I think that's the story. I'm not positive, but something.
Oh, I hope you don't piss her off.
But like the Peanuts Gallery person, that happened to her recently. I don't even know who it is. I just know I heard that name coming up with, I think it was the Creep Show stuff happened, and something happened with her account. But they got her for ban evasion on YouTube. But that's the thing is, if I ever did want to have a channel, I would have to risk, like, you know, somebody coming along and getting me for that or something.
That's so effed up.
For literally nothing. I mean, the stream's still up on AZ, but it wasn't just me. One of her mods got struck that night too.
One of who? One of PJ's mods?
Yeah, got struck. He has some videos on his channel, Lord Tebow, and he got strikes or something.
Oh yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, but it was a couple.
Yeah,
people there.
he got suspended for like a month.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I guess like there is strength and power in numbers, and they had the numbers. Yeah. I mean, and it just, I don't know. I mean, that's the only thing I could think. Like, did they just get this power trip because it worked a few times, like trying to take somebody down? Because I mean, it really had me down. It really had Charlotte down. And I've said several times, like, this has to change. It can't continue like this. When are people going to use their minds for thinking instead of following? I don't know. Everybody should be able to have an opinion. It doesn't have to match everybody else's. But
Well, and what
Yeah, I
frustrates me is
know.
we're the ones
That's
accused.
exactly.
We're the ones accused of being the bad guy, but I haven't heard of any of us doing these mass flags that they're talking about. And I know that they're saying that we have against a certain person, but there's a huge difference between being called the things that that person has and just, having a stream like Tebow's was like an old film that had like no sound. It was something really stupid. Like it should never have happened.
well, Katie actually mass reported, and I mean that really happened. That was on video during her live stream.
Mm-hmm.
I was live streaming at the same time. People were coming into my stream and saying Katie's big mad. Joey was there. Joey,
Yeah.
take a look. I'm like, why is she mad? And they're like, because you're live streaming a live stream. No, I'm not. I'm playing Minister Sobriety's video making fun of Joey. It was memes of Joey, and he was making fun of him, and we were laughing our ass off. Well, once I went over to her live from my live, yes, then I think I did start live streaming afterwards, but that's not a violation. There's nothing illegal about that. I got mad and I started cussing like Little Red used to cuss. Some of y'all don't remember me. I will not introduce you to that Little Red ever again. But I started cussing more. But when I go back and listen to it, I was cussing just as bad at the beginning of that stream. However, while it was going on, she told people to go and report her. She can't live stream a live stream. I wasn't live streaming her live stream. I wasn't. I didn't even know she was live streaming. And then I got an email.
I remember that.
I got an email that said your live stream has been set to restricted to 18 and older only due to a manual review by request or something. I don't remember the email, and I don't have it anymore. But that's how that happened. So if it was illegal to live stream a live stream, something would have happened besides 18 and older. Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, that's correct. And then she did it to uncivil law, and Uni accidentally said, "Oh, it's not illegal," on a live stream. And I'm like, "Yay! Finally, he accidentally told the truth one time. Damn it." Sorry,
Damn
Jelly.
it. Damn.
If you are a guy, you are white knighting. For us chicks, we're bulldogging. There you go. But so Katie has mass flagged me. I've never mass flagged anybody. I've never asked anybody. I've never said I want Katie's channel shut down. I've never said that. I don't think I've ever said those words. I've said I want her to do better. I've never said go flag her channel for this to multiple, but I never. Joey, yeah, I saw that. If what you did was white knighting, then I will white knight all day. What did he do? What did I miss? Joey,
say this too.
Take the link, Joey.
The funny thing is I would like tune into Charlotte's live streams occasionally, but I knew more of them from Twitter. And when I left uni and we did that and all that, I kind of talked to her a little bit. Then I think she started following me, but I didn't never talk to Charlotte and Julie until this happened, because I sit back and watch the drama, like I said, and I saw I saw what was happening, and I stepped in. So for them to come say, "Oh, you're a Charlotte stan," you're like, dude, you don't catch me in Charlotte streams. It's hard. In the last few days I have been, but at 5:00 is when it plays for me. That's the hardest time for me because my husband's getting home. It's like dinner time, and I'm not listening, but
hey, Diane.
That was the funniest thing to me, is saying that. But I always stand up for somebody that I see is being bullied, or if I can try to help, because I can't stand it. I can't stand to see that, and I can't stand to see opinions being shut down, even if they don't agree with me. I mean, and so it really I don't know. It's funny to me to be called that, a Charlotte Bulldog and Stan, and it's like, I mean, you probably know more about what Charlotte talks about than I do. I'm just here because I know what being done is wrong. Like, I don't know.
It is crazy. I'm trying to read in the chat was my kids were just fighting. It's just Diane McCall said she doesn't feel like she's scared to comment. She finally feels like she knows what it's like to lose your freedom of speech.
Exactly.
And yeah, but now she should feel okay to speak right now. She's right. Hannah stood up for me in uni Discord before I was added. He did you dirty, PJ. About there was several. Well, he made y'all wait in the extra room. It's a major character flaw of ours that we don't throw people away because some fools on the internet told us to. Right? And I know that it made people mad that Joey stuck by me. And it made people mad. And I know Todd, are you out there? He was in that live stream and begging, please give me a link. Please give me a link. But then pretty quickly after it, reached out to me and we were good, and that pissed them off. It pissed people off. I'm not gonna say who, but word got back to me that it pissed people off. Why are you mad that one of my friends chose to not hate me? That is sick and twisted, in my opinion. And that's some Katie Joy shit. I mean, did we turn into Katie?
I wasn't involved in that drunk stuff because
No, you weren't.
I'm not even going to go into it and all that because I mean,
I didn't really know you then.
Arguing with Shin yeah, and I previously Shins and Maud had been fighting, and I took up for Maud, and so it was like a thing. But they had forgiven each other at that point or whatever. But the only I went into that live stream just because I knew they were all there. And Lorianne, I woke up at like 12 something and had messages from Lorianne threatening to call CPS, and basically it was a threat to PJ, but that she couldn't message PJ or anybody else that had made her mad. She just messaged me like I'd ever done anything to a crazy ass woman. But so I went in there and I tagged the mod, and she said, "Moderate is a pussy. He needs to hide, and some of you are crazy, and CPS should be called." Some kind of threat like that. So I went in there and just said in the chat, "This
is Wolf what? Julie." I've got someone that backstage that says Wolf, WOOF. Is that Julie Virgo? It looks like her picture, but it's not in color. So, oh gosh,
it might be.
Yeah.
They call her.
Hey, Julie.
Dog. So.
Wolf. It's me.
What's up, Wolf?
Hey, love.
How are you? I wanted to say. I'm good. I don't see you much anymore. It's good to see you. I wanted to say that I feel. Never mind. I'll hold that for a little bit later when Joey maybe will take a link. What do you have to say, Julie? Hey, Adam.
Well, how do I say this? So basically, I know people are moaning at Charlotte for playing Dottie's live and like AZ for making that a song, but it's like, are you joking? She's been sitting saying this full time that everything Charlotte does, or she's sad fishing and stuff like that, and then what she says about you, but nobody can talk about the fact that she's on a drunken rant talking about how Nat's half unicorn and how do you know what I mean? It's just like, what the hell? And,
what the hell?
The stuff, like, I don't know how she can genuinely come out with that stuff. She's like, I've seen all this stuff. Katie brought out and triggered Nat Salter 7 times. What else is it she said? She was like, people who think the screenshots are fake, show me where. Because Nat can't work in an oven.
Nat was essayed twice in 2021.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't forget, Katie's paying everybody off because she's now a mob boss.
It's just mental.
Yeah, I'm
It's like,
waiting on my check. Yes, Julie is Glaswegian.
yeah, I'm Glaswegian, yeah.
Don't fuck with her. She's from Glasgow. Wait. Somebody said something, and I wanted to answer that. You said about the Oh, about the unicorn. I mean, the guys, that shit, like, I can't help it. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody's mental illness, but I literally think they're so manipulative that she sat back and was like, and next I'm going to tell her I'm part fucking unicorn and like a fake mystical creature. And then when she saw her believe it, just sat back and cracked up. Like, it's all I can think of. I mean, ah, Lord help. And that's another thing about them saying about Charlotte playing that stream, and then I gotta go because I'm gonna eat. But she, and if y'all are still on here, I might hop on later. But if she like, these people sit around and wait to catch Katie Joy's every moment, and I've watched them do the same to Red and play her worst moments over and over. So then when somebody does it to you, now we're the
Now
bad
you don't
guys
like
because
it so
we laughed
good.
about being called. Yeah, now we're laughed about being called "See you next Tuesdays" and "F you" to all of Charlotte's chat, and I mean all that
I
stuff.
mean,
Like, I mean,
literally,
you
literally, I
it's on
fell
a public
asleep.
platform. You put it out there.
I mean, I got drunk. I got drunk before I went live streaming, right? So I thought it was a good idea to get on a live stream when I was already drunk, and I fell asleep. I mean, I passed out, and literally they
no
had
hell.
they had it all recorded. It doesn't matter how fast I deleted it; they had it recorded. They always did. Not just one particular person, everyone that hated me, it seemed like, and I mean, there were so many clips of videos that I didn't want out that were being shared all over Twitter of me the last 6 months. Like everyone
Yep.
that got mad at me, there was this one group of ex-mods that when they saw any kind of ripple in
Oh,
any
I know.
relationship I had, they would jump on them. It could be someone they hated, like they hated Shins until she had a problem with Lil Red, and then they're best friends with her. And
Yep.
it's like it was a recruit. Let's go recruit
Yep.
them to be part of it. And I don't get what was so special about me that I'm not that you're after everyone that I mean, it's like I've always said, there's
Okay.
something about me on YouTube. People either love me or they want me dead. They hate my guts. And there's no middle ground. They love me or they hate me. And that sucks.
I'm gonna say
Why
one more
can't I
thing
just
before
do
we
that?
go. The one thing I learned. The one thing I learned being a Unirock mod in my time on YouTube before I got to this dramatic community was is that the enemy of my enemy is not my
Yeah,
friend. And if
right.
you will remember that, it will serve you well because I promise you they're not. And you will watch that right now with all this falling apart. It's what's going to happen because all their enemies they got together because they had a common enemy, and now they're going to all turn on each other. And I'm going to sit back with popcorn and watch it. All right.
Yeah.
And with that said, I'm going to go. Bye, y'all. Thanks for having me.
Bye, come back.
Bye.
Miss Hannah.
All
I
right.
like her.
Me too.
Where
I
is
love
she?
Hannah.
Is she from Florida? Where is she from? South Carolina, Alabama, Florida.
I think it's Carolina.
What?
Carolina. Or
Carolina?
Aye. Yeah.
I'm from North Carolina. She's from North Carolina. Girl, I should have heard that.
I
don't
lived
know
in
that.
Charlotte for a while.
You did what?
I lived in Charlotte for a while.
That's where Todd lived. No, Todd lives in Greensboro. Oh, near Charlotte. And my son lived in Greensboro until he got pregnant. I had some comments about the thumbnail. Is that baby not adorbs? She started laughing now and giggling.
Oh.
So my thumbnail is from yesterday. I went to visit, and when their husky dog gets near her, she goes to laughing. And I got 100 pictures. I love her so good. So sorry, I had to brag. Okay, what was I trying to say a while ago? And I said I'll hold it. I'll wait. Joey, take a link, please.
Yeah, you were like what was done to you is like really wrong, and the fact that what I can't get over is the fact that people can justify. So say, Red, that you were an addict, right? I don't think it matters. Obviously you're not, but I'm saying, say you were. Why would somebody weaponise a disease, their ex-friend that they claim to care about? And like, do you know what I mean? So and the fact that you're not as well, that makes it worse. But it's just so disgusting, and I just, that's my mum, but she just winds me up. This
Hey, Mama Virgo. I love her.
Well, I mean,
this,
here's the thing. We're
yeah,
hearing all this. Let's protect Nat because she has mental illness. Let's protect Nat because she's, got she's autistic. Let's protect that. But what Dottie was claiming is that you were doing heroin, which would be a drug addict, which is
And
also
I've never,
considered. No, I know, but it's
I've
also
never once
considered.
seen heroin look enjoyable in any kind of movie or just documentary. It never looks like it feels good. I'm just saying, it don't look like a feeling I want to have.
But what's the difference, though? What's the difference?
I mean, nothing. I was just trying to be funny.
We protect her because she has a disability. Drug use is considered a disability, but we're going to make fun of it that doesn't exist. But you know what I mean? Where's
yeah,
the difference?
exactly. And like, what annoys me as well is this full time. It's like when you respond, they can do whatever they want. Like, for example, with Dottie, she obviously, alright, one time at Twitter, I thought her and Charlotte were still friends. I didn't understand why she was sitting bitching about Charlotte sad fishing. So I said to her, like, why are you, like, doing that or whatever? And then, all of a sudden, like, she hates me. Claire and all that hate me. They're sitting plotting. And then, she releases a video. And when I respond to anything, I'm called a bulldog, and I'm no letting it go, and I'm starting trouble, and I'm the troublemaker. And it's like, are you seeing what that Dottie's doing? Like, Jesus, it's just so annoying. And it's like, people are like, stop talking about it. And it's like, go tell them that then, because I would happily leave it alone. Like, I reached out to Dottie and I said, listen, Dottie, I can't stand you, and you don't like me either. I think we should just like, go our separate ways, pretend we don't exist.
You broke up with her.
I was like, yeah. I was like, why it's normal for human beings not to like each other, so let's just pretend we don't exist. And since she kept saying reach out to me, I have nothing
And I can do
against.
that with people.
Isn't her video about you after that, Julie?
Yep.
No, it was before that.
Was it before that?
Yeah, the one
Okay.
after that was when she said F you too, Julie. So on a drunk rant. So I'm thinking, right, here we go. She just said in the
I want to
stream
play it.
that she wants to go and like she wants people, she's not got a problem with Charlotte or whatever, and she wants like people to just come to her, or she's tried to come to people and talk to her directly. So I was like, fine, I'll talk to her directly. So I unblocked her, and I says to her, like, obviously I don't like you, and let's just pretend we don't exist. I'll keep my name out your mouth if you keep like your name out of mine, obviously, as well. Let's just call her truth, basically. Stuff like that. But then she goes and shouts F Julie in a video and F Larissa, and and I think she's involved because the fact, Mum, 2 seconds, sorry.
I have a question. Is Mama Virgo gonna take a link? Jennifer, the private YouTube link you sent me, it says video is no longer available due to a copyright claim.
Oh, they took it down already.
No, but it says a copyright claim by Dottie Morgan.
Yeah,
She
that
took
means
down the
Dottie
other
struck it.
re-upload.
She struck her own video?
No, it wasn't Dottie. It was uploaded. She got it struck already.
So she's uploaded it twice. She's struck 2 times.
Why wasn't it private?
Oh my god.
Dang it.
Hang on.
Well, that's so annoying. What the hell? But what I was going to say was, yeah, like I think Dottie's involved because how can somebody sit and say all this stuff like I've seen this and with my own two eyes and this happened and I've seen this and how can that be fake and stuff like that?
Well,
And
I
it's
don't
like,
think it helps her that she claimed to have actually viewed videos that Nat has now claimed never existed. That's a bit harmful. However, I would have even. I can't even say I never would have thought because I never would have thought a lot about
yeah,
a lot of people, especially her. And I'm still kind of in shock that stuff went down the way it did. Um, it was the video of her saying I'm not drunk, but even the ones before, like, is the one that she did where she claimed I was a criminal and she was crying because I had done a terrible stream about her, but literally I had not even mentioned, I don't know if I'd even mentioned her name, but it was nothing horrible. I just spoke about them speaking about me, and she went live crying and saying I had a criminal record. She had proof. I don't, so I would love to see that proof. I just don't know why. Like, even if I'm mad at you, if
sorry
we were
to interrupt.
friends,
Was that the
my goal
stream?
is never going to be to ruin your life or to ruin you in everybody else's eyes. I'm never going to, even with her, would I ever want to make everyone hate her. She might be going through something bad now. Maybe some of us need to, like, think about how we treat people. But
Yeah.
I would never want anyone to feel the way I felt in December. That's why I couldn't deal with it anymore when Charlotte was going through it.
Yeah.
We weren't talking. I mean, I had apologized and she had accepted and said, let's squash it. But I would have done that if we hadn't have, because it was just like, who do these people think they are?
Exactly. Like, and was that the stream she called Charlotte a felon? Because what I just don't like, what it's like, it's not even just Charlotte that they've went at, like Dottie and that these anonymous accountants that I've never heard of in my life have went after. It's been like people that have just defended her, like me, like for I get blamed because I timed out raking. I made her angry, and that's why she docked Charlotte. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I wound her up by not letting her have a say or whatever, and it's just so angering. It's like these people need to get a hobby, and
I wanted to say this, and I was going to name this stream this, but I forgot because my memory. And no, that doesn't mean I'm lying for the few that say that. But in the words, I'm just going to use her words. Please have several seats. Take several seats. So I've heard that so many times since December, and every time I'm like, shut up. But every time she's ranting, she'll say, or she said it to you several times, right, Julie?
Yeah.
Just shut the F up and take several seats. Like, who are you to tell? I'm just not, I don't have it in me to be hateful to someone. I know I cussed at Joey. I love you, Joey. He's in the chat, by the way. I think I added him and didn't announce it. Sorry.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm here. I just had my mic muted. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you today?
All right.
Is this shit crazy or what?
I don't understand how this gets like this. I mean,
I don't know, but it seems nice not to be on the receiving end of a bunch of just craziness. I hate it for anybody that is on the receiving end of it, but I'm glad it ain't me.
Like I said, I don't understand people counting Charlotte's or yours super chats or who's supporting you, or just go on with your own life and don't worry about what other people.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's like, what I mean. Like, I've never asked to see my friend's paycheck. Like, hey, let me see your pay. How much are you making? Like, it's none of my business what he's making.
Right.
I mean? Like, so why are you counting someone's super chats as to, what they're making? Like, You
And
know,
are they deducting the 35% that YouTube takes from super chats before they talk? I'm just kidding.
I
Really.
mean, like Charlotte seems to work really hard. You know what I mean? Like she seems to
Yeah.
do a lot of stuff. She puts out content regularly. You know, I remember for a while before, I guess everything happened, she was like pumping out like, I don't know, 2, 3 hours of content a day. So she had, I mean, I used to see like, before I guess she took a hit. I haven't seen recently, but, there'd be like 500 people in her stream. So for one, and when you have that many people watching you, of course you're going to get super chats. And like the same way we used to talk about like with Steve and like the fundraisers, that's if people want to give money, you know what I mean? That's their own money. No one's like forcing anybody to like, hey, if you don't super chat me, then you're going to get kicked out of the chat or something.
Right.
So just donate if you want
Exactly.
to. Don't donate if you want to.
One
And
thing I've always said is if you are, especially with Charlotte, because Charlotte's subscribers love her, and 100%, especially the ones that are still there now. You're not changing their minds. If they want to give her money, it doesn't matter what you say. You're going to make them mad. You're not going to change their minds about sending her a super chat. And why would you want to hurt someone's income like that? I
I
mean,
know.
why? I mean, that's like going real life and calling somebody's job. Why?
Well, I mean, we already know somebody has no problem emailing a job. Oh, sorry,
I know.
didn't say that.
It's just, it's like, I just don't get it. Like, I remember, because I commented in Claire's video, what was happening was there was digs, in Charlotte's chat after everything, and it was people were telling me that, and then the other mods felt that, and then she put up that video like moderator one, and I commented basically saying like, listen, no disrespect, like, but you're saying that, but you're the one that's doing this, blah blah blah. Then I deleted it because I didn't want to land the other mods in it. And I did I did say it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have deleted. I shouldn't have even posted the comment. And but anyway, so then they're in that Discord. These screenshots that get leaked. This puddle account. Claire goes on Twitter saying, "Oh, what is it?" She says, "I fuck no, not this bear" or something, and talked about the comment, and then this. I don't know who this puddle account is, but he's really annoying. He's quote tweeting it. He tags like 30 people in it, saying how I was having a temper tantrum or something, and then Dottie know that were in it, and do you know what? It was all to pile on me, and then Dottie put her video about me in. And it's like, my God, these are literally like people triple my age to an extent. It's like, why is acting like that? Like, Jesus. And I mean, I know I can be fired. I'm not an angel, and I'm not claiming to be a victim, because I do, like, I can handle myself and I do say stuff. But it's like, these people go way too far. And it's like, yeah, they'll say that you're the troublemaker. They'll accuse you of doing the exact same thing they're doing, and it's just so bad. Like, I don't get why you get crap from Dottie Red, because you've been nothing but like, you don't say anything bad about
I
really.
used to, though. I did used to.
Yeah, maybe used to, but I think you think bad is like, compared to what they say about you, like, there's no comparison. Like, the fact you just kind of say, like, you don't get why people can't go their separate ways, and why they want to go and, come after people. You don't say anything bad, and it's just so annoying. But yeah, guys, I've got to go because it's 1 a.m. here, but thanks for having me
Oh,
on.
Get some sleep, dear.
Okay.
yeah. It's good
Sorry for
talking
the
to you.
rant, by the way.
Bye.
Bye.
She can. Okay. I keep forgetting what it is I was going to say, and every time I think of it, it just slips my mind again. That's me lying, y'all. I can't help it.
So what's that right underneath the window there? Is that plumbing equipment over there or what?
Where?
Right,
The
right
guitar?
behind. Yeah,
The guitar?
yeah.
Yeah, it's how he, yeah.
Okay,
Yep. It's got to
that's
get,
cool.
yeah. I know it's a mess back here.
Is that is that bass or is that
No,
guitar?
that's a regular guitar.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess Jennifer's gonna get me the link if PJ don't mind if I play it. But I don't
read my message.
Wait, it won't even let me. Okay, so she's shut that shit down. So
yep.
I just want to be able to hear it. Will it let me hear it? If you share, you can't even share the link with me.
Can I share my own screen?
Yeah.
You can share, that thing on the bottom when you go into StreamYards and says share.
And I'll be trying to think of what I forgot I was trying to say earlier. I can't remember still.
It's here, but I don't know how to make it go onto your stuff.
Sipping, I see it. I've just got to add it.
About it,
that.
Yep.
I did not get permission to sing of 2021. 2018.
I'm just going to go ahead and say
and
that
because her and KJ had a falling.
Oh, I'm just going to go ahead and say when it comes back to me, what I've tried to say 4 times, I keep forgetting. I'm going to pause no matter where we're at in this video, and I'm going to play it or tell you. Excuse me. Look at there, it's Irish Badass. Hey, hey, girl.
No.
Hey, what's up?
Hard dicks and airplanes. What's up?
Woo! There you go. I don't know nothing about those. Did you hear my idea for my Saturday night streams?
I did not.
Yes, you did. You were here. I said because tipsters only come in, I believe, on Saturday nights. I don't know why, but Keemstar has yet to come here.
He's busy. I do remember you saying that he's on vacation.
I think I'm going to have a Saturday night sightings Saturday. So tipster sighting Saturday or Keemstar, and maybe we'll see them while we're here.
Manifest it.
We'll talk them up. I love tipster. That a YouTuber as big as him is supportive of a small channel is amazing to me.
He did a drive-by the other day. It was funny. She said hello to a couple of people.
Yeah, he was here for a minute.
Yeah. I got Keem on Xylia's gaming stream when she only had 300 subs.
That's amazing. I bet
it didn't go well, but I still got
What in the world?
Well, didn't he used to go on Augie's when Augie's was a pretty small channel too?
Yeah, he still does.
Yeah, but Augie, how many does Augie have now? I haven't seen.
Oh, he's up there.
He's a lot.
Yeah.
I hear it.
I mean, he has over 1,000 in his streams.
Not me, is it? I got my headphones on.
Yeah, me too.
I remember. I think the first person from that crew that Keem met was Bo Blacks.
I don't really know a lot of Bo Blacks. Did I say it right?
He's a real nice kid.
Oh, he's a kid? He's young?
Yeah, they're all.
Anybody is a kid to me. I'm 157.
I like his stuff. What he does is he reads Twitter wars, and he does it in a really good way, which is cool. I just like the way he presents his stuff.
Hannah, fishing for tipster. Yeah.
Yeah. Fishing for tipster. Or sightings Saturday.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll be looking for a sighting of a bigger YouTuber. I don't know. We'll try.
I can try to surprise you with people. That's all I can.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
It's just now is a bad time because this is their vacation time because CPM is
summer.
Low.
Yeah.
Well, CPM is low.
Clicks per minute.
Yeah, the advertising rate you're talking about.
Yeah. people are trying to go on vacations. She will probably so apparently that stream that's been privatized can't even be shared with me privately to not play on a stream because it says it's an automatic term violation.
What video?
The I'm not drunk video.
Oh, I have to make a disclaimer if that's okay. Is that okay
Sure.
if I make a disclaimer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Especially so we don't run into problems like we did back in January.
Yeah.
Okay. Just a disclaimer: any problems that anybody has with other people, I have no part of it.
Hell no. No.
I have no part of it. I've since talked to Aaron. We've squashed any beef that we had a long time ago. We don't talk about when we talk. We don't talk about you guys like we talk, about Katie Joy, stuff like that, or real life stuff. As for anybody else, I've had a lot of people DM me privately and apologize for what went on. So I don't have any problem with Dottie. I don't have any problem with, a lot of people. I'm still a little iffy with the whole Katie stuff because I was offering to help her out, and I've discovered that she's lied to me twice in 24 hours.
Who? Katie?
Uh-huh.
What are you offering to help her? I mean,
Joy. Well, because even though people may be justified in some of the things that they're critical of her because they've been following her.
Oh, she doesn't deserve what happened to her, but you can't. I mean, it still makes her no less of a snake.
No, I can do whatever I want. I can help whoever I want. I can talk to whoever I want. And if somebody is setting this woman up with fake CPS reports,
that's effed up.
The tax fraud stuff, like regardless of how you feel about her, right is right and wrong is wrong.
Absolutely. And this one thing I'm proud of this community about, I've heard everyone that I've heard speak on it has said she doesn't deserve this. So it's not like people are saying,
but it's more than that. It's more than that. It's like now I'm so confused, right? My head is spinning because I respected Salts. I respected him because I thought he was a respectable person. And now I'm questioning everything because I'm seeing these Facebook messages, right? Like somebody, I forget the name of the account that posted a bunch of screen caps. Contemporary something.
It's Progressive Conservative.
Thank you.
Okay, but here's the thing, though. We have seen, in his defense, I don't know what's real anymore. Because this whole, all these, I don't know what screenshots are real and which ones are fake.
I know that
that's what I was just saying.
I know that Vic Blanco did a video that kind of talks about, it has nothing to do with the Katie Joy stuff, but it talks about some of the stuff that Salts has been involved in, and that you might be interested in that because it talks about some stuff that he. Yeah, I'll see if I could find the link to it.
Thank you so much. Like, tag me to it on Twitter or whatever. But what I was going to say is what's got me so upset today is seeing these Facebook messages from Facebook Messenger. I don't recall seeing, I could be wrong. It happens. It's rare, but it happens. I don't recall seeing any Facebook Messenger messages submitted as exhibits in the court case. So when I'm seeing these Facebook communications from Mr. Salts, I don't know if it's really him. I don't know if it's really him or somebody pretending to be him. And B, if it is him, I'd like to know the dates of when these conversations happened. If they happened after the settlement, fine, no problem. I don't care. But if they happened prior to the settlement, that's a problem because they weren't submitted to the court as evidence.
The interpretation that I got is they're fairly recent. That was the interpretation I took.
Was the settlement on June 2nd or June 4th? I don't remember. I want to say it was either June 2nd or June 4th. So if it happened prior, we'll say to June 2nd, that's a problem. That's a problem. And in one of the screen caps, if it's real, the way he talks to that is concerning to me, because it's very gruff, and he's saying to her, stop asking me this. I already told you if I suspected you as a hacker, we wouldn't be having this conversation. It's like, you shouldn't be talking to her that way if you believe that she has mental issues going on, because you submitted her declaration. So you believe that she has some mental stuff going on. And if you're going to lose control like that, maybe you should pass it off to a female associate in the office, or I have a lot of concerns. See, that I'm sorry, I have got a lot of concerns going on, and my go-to person to talk to about it has totally stopped being my friend. So I don't have this person to go to talk things over with in regards to this. So I'm all alone. It's just me and Tipster. And Tipster's like, Irish, I don't know, man. I'll go with whatever you say, man. I'm like, that doesn't help me. I need critical thinking.
Dude, if someone was to write a book, it would go into the fiction section, because no one would ever believe this is real.
I know. Netflix, dear Netflix, do we have a series for you?
Just so you guys know, I posted the link in the chat for the StreamYard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, for StreamYards, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm already here. I don't know.
Well, do you really want to confuse her? Play that video.
The Dottie video, I've seen it a kabillion times.
Confusing, isn't it?
Not really, because I'm in the liquor business, so I'm kind of used to that kind of thing. I'm used to people like walking in the bar as friends, best friends, arm in arm, and they get a couple, drinks in them, whatever, and then they're fighting over a quarter, to play pool, and then they can't drive home, and then they call the next day and say, "Did I pay my tab?"
Oh wait, you're talking about, you saw the FU part.
I saw the entire.
Okay, you saw the 10-minute one. Okay.
Yeah, I used to do weddings, and you get people like at the end of the night, and they're fighting over the stupidest stuff because they
Jennifer
got
P.
free bar,
Okay. I can see I have some fans here. No, I think there's a lot of confusion and stuff surrounding everything. I guess you need to call him race. What?
Wait, what?
I don't know what's all my fault. I have no idea.
Wait, where are you at?
What am I missing?
Maybe my chat is slowed down in YouTube. I don't know.
You need to either start a channel or hop on panels more often. It was so refreshing hearing someone speak straight facts. What's your Twitter? But that's just self-explained. I don't know, because I can't keep up with the chat ever here. Sorry. Ooh. I'm glad none of my drunken bad decisions never ended up on YouTube, Justina. I wish I could say the same. And we can't watch it, Erin, because it's she's got it somehow flagged, so even the link can't be shared. It shows it's a violation.
What's that? What? Whose video is
the I'm not drunk video? Huh?
You got flagged?
No, the one where Dottie said I'm not drunk and Lil Red's a cunt and Julie's a cunt. That one.
The one that Charlotte just shared has been flagged.
Oh, so I bet Charlotte's shit got flagged too. Like, is her video down?
That's why I had Keem go there. Keem was aware because he put out that Twitter video that day, remember? And so I had him go there. I had befriended Xylee, and I promised her, I'm like, someday I'm going to surprise you with Keem, and she didn't believe me, and so I brought him. But I was told the next day about the Dottie video that it had gone private, that it was just like a real, like, I heard it, and I'm thinking, if we think back, right, to when this all began, and Nat first came into the picture, I know I wanted to believe her. I didn't believe the DID stuff, and I'll explain why. I dated a guy whose mom had DID, and she didn't she would wake up sometimes the next day and wouldn't remember who she was. So we had to leave notes everywhere around the house. Like, we had to have a book there when she had her own separate room that she would open up and we would say who she is and show pictures of her and pictures holding the kids and stuff like that. Like we never knew who we were going to get. And I find it odd that somebody
alters don't know the other people. Hey, Todd.
Well, I'm not saying that DID alters
Some of them
know how to work social media. But I'm thinking, it would be a little bit difficult when Nat's saying she didn't know that the @ symbol wouldn't just, contact, Katie Joy, that everybody would see it. And then, I'm hearing Dottie talk about littles and littles that are toddlers. How would they know how to work YouTube and social media and Instagram and all this stuff? It's very just confusing to me. So I think early on in the beginning, we all wanted to believe her. Like I even think Charlotte believed her. Wasn't Charlotte the one that started the
Charlotte was very close
support
to
Nat hashtag in the chat? And then people start talking behind the scenes going, this stuff isn't right. It's not making sense. And then we couldn't talk about it publicly because Saltz was telling everybody to shut up. You're interfering with the case.
True.
Did you see your super chat? I mean, it was asking about the video, but
hold on. No, let me go back to it.
Hold
on.
Tamara Davis.
What?
Tamara Davis.
I heard you. I'm just trying to find it in my. It's not showing up on my YouTube channel.
It says, can we watch? It's $5. Can we watch the video?
Can we watch for $5? Thank you, Tamara. And
Tamara, yeah.
I wish we could, but unfortunately, maybe Charlotte's stream's still up and it's there. And if I could download it and record it real quick, at least it will be there for me to hear later.
Oh, could you not from that link, right? From the screen
I
share?
thought it wouldn't let you share me the link.
No, the screen share it will. It won't let you do it off of YouTube.
The Instagram you talking about?
Remember, I screen shared it.
Yeah, the Instagram that you had up for a while.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let me try
on this lawsuit.
Yeah, that one.
Her life has been made.
Can the chat hear that?
A miserable hell. This girl has gotten raped twice.
Oh, that's horrible.
Since the beginning of 2021. Somebody decided it was a good idea to find her on a dating app, contact her, and lured her in, and she got raped because of it. Nat Salters decided to try to hang herself the other night.
I'm trying to pause it. So, I said in Charlotte's chat, I can't even listen. The voice even gets me now. A keg and a straw.
Girl, I do.
I just really don't know. Like, is she saying that Saltsy or like who is she saying set this woman up to get AR'd? Because really, she obviously regrets doing this stream because she wouldn't go to all these links to get it not played if she didn't. However, this happened, I believe, the day after she told everybody I was nodding off. Somebody said that she told people I shot up heroin on a live stream.
What?
I would never shoot up my heroin on. I'm just kidding, y'all. I have never in my life done heroin.
Don't you use a spoon instead?
Do what?
Don't you use the spoon instead?
What's that mean?
Don't people use a spoon and I don't know. I'm not druggy, but
I don't know. I've seen spoons in the documentaries, but I don't know what they do with them. I don't think they're eating it. Like
you can tell I'm very pure.
You're right. I don't know.
I've actually seen some people what they actually do is they melt it in the spoon and then they take they take a cigarette filter. And then when they draw it up, they'll draw it up through the cigarette filter.
They do that to get the trash or dirt or whatever's
right. Exactly.
Whatever's not clean in the heroin, if that makes any effing sense. It doesn't, by the way. But I have seen that in a documentary.
It's for any large particulates.
Yeah,
stops that.
The thing I saw that explained it was like a documentary. It wasn't the one about addiction where they try to intervention. It wasn't that one, but it was kind of like it. And they actually said for any impurities, and then they said if you have to get it from like an abandoned house or whatever, and you have to take toilet water, get it out of the tank and not the bowl. And I'm like, seriously? Really?
What would you need? What do you need water for?
I guess to mix with the drugs before you cook it. I don't know.
I don't think you're supposed to.
I mean,
I don't know. I mean, I could tell you one time I met this guy in like unemployment. This is when I was like 18.
I'm just telling you what they said on the documentary.
And, like, we wound up hanging out. He takes me into the city. He bought some weed, but then he also got some like.
Now I can tell you how to smoke weed. I know how to do that.
Then I was his tourniquet. I had to hold his arm like while he was shooting up. It's like Jesus. I was so innocent, you know what I mean? I was just like 18, 19. I'd never seen anything like this. It's like, whoa, what's going on here?
Yeah. What someone said red. I didn't hear.
I said you just use that belt.
Yeah. Oh, where is this belt? Let me find this motherfucker. Oh, I think I got it. It's still looped. It's still looped in the first. It is. It's still looped like it was in the first. What did she call it? The first loop. She's a whole ass dummy. It's not looped. It's looped in itself. That's how it was laying on my floor. Okay, so that's my tourniquet, y'all. And then other channels were saying, I heard people who I thought were my friends saying, they think it's okay to talk about this because if I have a problem, the community, it is their business, basically. And I'm like, really? Nah, I don't think so. Like,
well, put it this way:
if you had a problem and I thought I saw you doing heroin on one of your live streams, I would reach out to you. I would maybe call Todd and have him reach out to you. I would not go live streaming and talk about it.
Put it this way, but you used to work in like a hospital. Like, you mean you wouldn't have one of those rubber things? Like, I just had blood work done the other day. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to be using a belt instead of one of those rubber things. Like,
I'm a licensed phlebotomist.
Are you really?
Yes, my license expired 2 years ago, but I've been licensed for 15 years. I think I would have that little elastic thingy. I don't know what the name of it is, but
they just did, like, I just had some blood work done because my red blood cell count is too high.
Right.
And the girl who was taking my blood was being taught. Like, there was somebody over her shoulder, and she's like, well, how is this? Should we take this one here? And so she was, I was like, test dummy over her, you know what I mean? Like, she was learning on me. She did okay.
And yesterday I did 2 streams. I did a 4 p.m. and then I did a nighttime. The 4 p.m. was my midday stream, but I was behind. And you were here, Joey, when my camera wasn't working and I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and my old camera started working. Well, it was laying on my desk. It wasn't like mounted. And why are we killing you, Todd? When it came on, it was showing the filth on my desk, just like stuff everywhere. Because I put my makeup on here, I talk on my phone. There's just shit everywhere. And there were multiple people in my DM saying, just so you know, there was a pill bottle on your desk, and people might talk about it. Okay, well, people were aware that I almost died in October because I have several medical conditions that require me to take several medications a day. And that one happened to be an antibiotic, but whatever. They didn't see a syringe on my desk. They didn't see a tourniquet on my desk. Same here. We don't do drugs in here. And no, I'm not drunk. LOL. That was no.
I remember I contacted you. You didn't even remember me talking to you in the hospital.
I still don't remember you talking to me in the hospital. I remember talking to Veronica. And well, do I remember talking? I don't know if I remember talking to you. I remember talking to Veronica and Shins. I remember talking to her, but like I talked to her like more closer to leaving. That's about it.
You were talking about, I remember you were like, because your throat was bothering you from
because the damn feeding, it won't feeding tube, the NG tube.
Yeah, right.
And then months later, I found out it was the reason it was hurting me so bad is because I had a trauma in my throat. The doctors like stabbed me with it and caused an injury in my throat.
Oh my God.
And they didn't tell me. I had to get it out of my medical records that weren't on my chart. I had to request them because I could tell there was stuff missing out of my records. So I requested them, like the full records. And I had a sitter, like a, what's it called? It was an electronic sitter, but what a sitter is basically usually for psych patients. But what had happened was they gave me morphine, and when after surgery, a little NA came in, this young girl, I remember this too. She came in to check on me, and I had gotten hot and took my gown off the top of it. And she was like, honey, you can't do that. And I remember her coming in to put my clothes back on me. I don't know why I did that. It was the morphine. And the paperwork said I hit her, or I was swinging punches at her, but I would never have tried to hit anybody on purpose. So I had an electronic monitor on me the rest of my stay. It was crazy. Don't give me morphine, y'all. I can't handle it, apparently. Waxy. Hello. Waxy's here, y'all. I sent the link if she wants it. Who's next? Let's hit play then.
I did not get permission to say that, but I'm going to say it because I love Nat. Nat did not deserve this.
Right.
Everyone thinks Nat's this fucking mastermind who can alter all these fucking screenshots. Nat can't fucking work an oven.
She played you, though.
Nat almost killed herself the other day. Thank God she did not fucking succeed. I would have lost a friend.
I know it.
You know she has 16 alters now because KJ has triggered out more. You know what happens with DID? And I don't know if everyone knows a lot about DID. I've learned a lot about it since I've met Nat.
It's almost sad, like, if she got, like, really fooled by Nat, that's sad because, I mean, I hate for anybody to go through this mess. However, how could you not know that at some point this was a bunch of tall tales? I don't get that part. Like,
I guess it matters when she met her. Like, I don't know when Dottie met Nat, but she believed her, and quite frankly, a large portion of all of us believed Nat in the beginning because
a large portion of people did. I think it, like, over time, like, and for the people who weren't close to her, over time, it just got a little far-fetched. But if
I was suspicious because she blocked me. She had me blocked early on, and so did that little Miss Noble. And I don't believe I ever exchanged any tweets with either.
They probably saw you in that one stream and said, no, we need to cut this one off before she gets started.
Well, remember, we all believed Super Mommy for.
I didn't believe Nat. Pretty much any of it. Like, from the beginning, I felt so bad for her at the beginning, but after the stories start coming out and she's the victim every time, and when she said she was friends with Katie, I was like, there's no way, because Katie's not gonna be friends with a subscriber, not like that. Like, there's Jessie Bear, and that's about it. Like, that's just not Katie's style. So
I would have to depend on your opinion on that, because my experience with Katie so far has not been very, very, very good in regards to reliability. So,
okay, I gotta go let Cash in, but y'all can talk.
You can hear a pin drop.
Well, y'all talk to each other. They can hear you.
I was gonna say, but we believed Super Mommy for a while.
Well,
you know what I mean,
the thing was, when Nat had her her attempt to harm herself early in. Now, I'm a nurse, okay? She supposedly was tweeting people from the ICU. Okay, I'm a nurse. Now, granted, she's in the UK, but I have spoken to people over in the UK. It's very similar. If you make an attempt to harm yourself, you're put under observation. That means they take away your phone, because you could be speaking to somebody on that phone that could trigger you.
Exactly.
And so she supposedly was sending tweets while she was still on oxygen.
I was told she was in a medically induced coma.
She was,
like,
but then
wow,
after she woke up,
that you can still be alert enough to
exactly.
I thought you couldn't have like.
Did you mute yourself?
I thought you couldn't have a cell phone in the ICU area.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that to me was the huge red flag. And maybe it's because I am a nurse. So I mean, do you know how many people I've had under observation for trying to harm themselves? Like literally, when we would admit somebody, prior to them coming up to the floor, we would have to go through the room and go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Like literally had to take everything.
That makes sense.
And then we would have to have a CNA sit in that room the entire time, like and let me tell you, I've had to like fill in for the CNA, while they went to lunch, and it's literally your eyeballs on the patient. By the time that hour was that I was in there, because they had an hour lunch, I wanted to do that to myself. It's just very uncomfortable, There was just no way. There was literally no way she was in there. And then she made a comment on it that if she wasn't on oxygen, they would have sent her home. No, they wouldn't have. And like I said, I've spoken to people in the UK to confirm that it is the same. And they said, yes, it is. Here in the US, it's 72 hours. I've been told it's 72 over there as well. There's no way. And to me, that was a huge red flag. And then she gets out of the hospital and she sends it was like 20 different tweets back to back. And it was all these things supposedly Katie told her. And I'm sorry, they didn't make sense. There was one that was like, she told Nat that Vaughn didn't need the feeding tube and they just had it to scam the government. And one that was that Todd was running around on her, and that's why he was afraid to leave now, because she could out him. I mean, it was just all kinds of stuff that Katie wouldn't tell somebody. I don't care who you are. Katie is not going to admit that they're cheating the system. She's not going to do that. I don't care. I don't care what you say about Katie. She's not going to say that.
Yeah, she's not that stupid. She might be stupid, but she's not that stupid.
The things that were in the tweets just made no sense. And that's the thing. I don't understand how anybody could read those and be like, oh yeah, Katie'd tell her that. No, she wouldn't. There's no way. Everything she said just made no
Well, what about this little Miss Noble? Like, what about her claiming that, I love the delayed disclaimer she made on Kay Baxter. Kay Baxter did a phenomenal job.
She did.
Phenomenal job. It was the first time I had ever seen her channel. I did hear about a video where she had mentioned me when, shit hit the fan in late January. But, even then she said, I don't know Irish. I've heard about her. I'm not going to pass judgment on her. I've heard good things, and that was that, and I respected her for that. But she did a phenomenal job. But little Miss Noble going, I just want everybody to know that I didn't do anything with malice context. Well, honey, you probably should have wrote out what you wanted to say, because that isn't really what you meant, but okay. But saying that she helped out Nat fill out the CPS. Why would you help somebody from the UK if you believed enough that you wanted to help her fill out a CPS, then you believe that the child was in danger? You're in America, pick up the phone and do it yourself. You can do it anonymously.
Right.
Well, but remember, she didn't help her. She helped her with wording, and she told her how to work drop down boxes, but she didn't help her with the form.
God damn it,
she didn't help it.
Out. Yeah.
I'm like, woman, I wasn't in a group, but you were talking. Oh, well, I thought you meant like a group.
Plus, okay. Plus, Mom saw it, and Mom couldn't fill out a form or call.
Oh, according to Mom's video, she witnessed it and she called, and anybody can contact her if they want to.
Yeah.
Okay, Grifter 2.0. I think you and your daughter have been on the grift for quite some time, hopping around from Facebook group to Facebook group, probably getting people to feel sorry for you and send you money, and you wore out your welcome in the UK, and you've been hitting American Facebook groups. Oops, was that out loud? I'm sorry.
Who's mom? Who's this?
Nat's mom.
Yeah.
Who's that?
You
Natalie.
ever see the movie Throw
Oh,
Mama
okay.
from the Train? Oh, I'm sorry. Was that out loud? Damn it. I need to stop. Damn,
I didn't hear a damn thing.
Word vomit.
Just thinking out loud again.
You know, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop this thinking. But, you know, little Miss Noble and, you know, the tax fraud of unemployment, trying to turn salt into say that Nat, who's a full-grown ass adult, needs an adult present, and that it had to go through Interpol because the UK doesn't have their own police department and lawyers and stuff like that. Everything has to go through Interpol. No, if there was an indictment, maybe, but they're not going to do that over Halo vitamins. Sorry, not gonna happen.
Well, and don't forget, she walked into the FBI. She walked into the FBI office, and this was something that was a red flag to me when she said it.
I didn't hear
because government. She did. Okay. And Katie actually commented on that in her IG live. Katie actually commented. She's like, "They've come to our home. You can't go into a federal building for that." But as soon as Little Miss Noble said that, I'm like, wait a minute, can she even go in there? And then when Katie said that, I'm like, that's what I thought.
I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's
true.
I
think you can.
States,
it's
kind
of
states in America have their own FBI offices, and actually more than one. Oh, not to get sidetracked. Didn't know if you guys heard the great news that Chris Hansen, there's a warrant for his arrest right now.
I saw that.
What's the
yes? Good old Chris Hansen.
What's the
charge?
charge?
Himself. He didn't turn over evidence that was allegedly used in a sting to bust a bunch of female pedophiles. Like he didn't. Yeah. Oh dear. Whoopsie.
That's a pretty serious charge.
It sure is. But yeah, Little Miss Noble. I don't know if I believe the whole you can't walk into an FBI office. I don't know.
No, I think you can because I had a thing going with my town at one point, and they were like, well, you can come, like I had some documents. They're like, well, if you want to come down to the, if you want to come into the field office is what they call them. If you want to come into the field office, you could do it. So I was like, it was like an hour and a half away. So I was like, yeah, I guess, I just let it go.
I think most states in America, they only have like one or two per state.
I think it depends on like how big the population is. Like, like I live in New York State, so there was one there was one in Albany. So, I know there's one in Albany. There's one up by like Buffalo area, something, you know what I mean? Like northern.
Yeah.
I think there's one out in the west of the state, and I know there's one in, there's probably more than one in like the New York City area.
Yeah, I just can't picture you driving up to a FBI office and the security guard spread eagle going, "No, you cannot enter this building." I can't picture it.
Yeah, you had to go I can't remember who they told me I had to ask for because, I actually had, because I spoke to them on the phone like twice, and there was like an agent I was supposed to ask for, and, he worked in the local office, but they don't, they don't go out in the field, it's not like walking a beat like a cop on the beat, most of their stuff is, behind a computer screen or on a phone or, they're not driving.
Johnson does bring up a good point. SC Johnson in the chat said you can't walk into a federal building because of COVID at that time.
That's what the only thing. Yeah, mine was like 8 years ago, so it was before COVID.
Yeah, I don't watch Katie's Instagram live streams. I just
have kind of since this, just because I was curious.
I watch the replays. I can never catch them live because it shows me blocked everywhere.
And like somebody had brought up, Little Miss Noble kept saying, I'm not a hacker. I'm not a hacker. No, we know it's your 10-year friend, Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
There really was no hacker, though.
Well, but there was an attempt. Well, there was an attempt to get in people's accounts.
Oh, yeah.
And that could be, when they're trying to use, Katie's email as the backup email, trying to set her up. Like I had said this early on, and people got mad at me for it, where I said, Katie does enough stuff that you can rightfully criticize her for. You don't need to make shit up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the going thing, and it just depends on who you are and when you say it, if it's accepted or not, I guess.
And I just got exhausted of the whole thing. So I was only looking at the legality of it. I'm like, let's see what happens when the pig works through the snake of the Westbrooks versus, Katie, what happens? And they ended up settling, which I knew they would do. I knew they would do since day one. But, what I'm trying to figure out now is, like, I'm trying to remember, because Emily's streams are so animated that it's very difficult for me to, stay watching her stuff at sometimes, because it's all y'all, and it gets annoying. But I love her, but it gets annoying. I don't know if Nat's declaration, or if any declaration for that matter, was even considered or used in the court case. I don't even know if it was a consideration.
No.
So therefore,
it was not.
All right. So therefore,
well, and here's the thing.
They never got that far, right?
Well, once the case was dismissed in Washington State, everything that was a part of that no longer existed. They were basically starting over.
Yeah.
So no. And then in February, when they had that hearing, he had the other paperwork, and it referred to more Lori Ann's for there was like he had it they had it broken down between what Brown said about it and what the actual declaration said, and it wasn't really this is this. It was basically Saltz was saying that he lied about what was written on the paper, and so it was like this compared to this compared to this compared to this, and literally Nat's was discussed in one paragraph that said something really minor. Like she made the declaration, but she honestly, it was kind of like from the get-go he started figuring out, because if you look, it was very minor. It's like I think he figured it out, was kind of distancing himself, but he couldn't really go to court and say this is bullshit because it makes him look bad. So he just kind of distanced himself from it.
Just one second. Yeah, just 1 second. Red, Waxy is backstage.
Oh, yay. Why don't I see her? Oh, because I got to scroll down more. Damn, I still can't hardly. What do I got to do? I got to make my screen smaller, because there she is. Hello, Waxy.
Hey, how are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just about to pull over since I've been here since you went to do something with Cash. And
I'm sorry.
No, it's totally fine. It's just that I need to pull over because I'm driving. Just a second. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm almost to the parking lot. Okay.
We're all like, oh.
Well, when I was coming in, it was about Little Miss Noble and the group. I think I'm not sure who's talking. I apologize, but somebody said on the panel, it was hard to listen to that because the group. I don't have a group. Well, I want you to think about something, because Thursday she told Amanda. And she went in there with her stuff, Meek, and Sarah. So if Amanda Pants would have made Kay Baxter's stream that night and said, when she says she's no group, Amanda Pants could have said, oh, really? 3 of you entered me within an hour. It sounds like a setup of a group to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I will just share with you all, I believe Little Miss Noble is not only devious and underhanded, I believe she's mentally ill. There's something very wrong with this girl. She took down her video, which helps her case, I guess, because anybody that saw that video, this girl was unhinged, and it was all over the place, and what didn't make sense. And then when you read the things that she said in the progressive conservatives thread and add that to what she said to Kay Baxter, I'm no doctor, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see this girl is there's something wrong. There's absolutely something wrong. But then add to it that she's a mean, devious person that somehow got, decided. Is she the mastermind? What do you all think? Do you all think she's the mastermind? Because
No.
I don't either.
No, I do not.
So where do we go from there?
I don't know.
I have my suppositions, but I probably better not say them. But I do have suppositions, and she is not the ringleader.
Right. DM me sometime there, Jennifer.
I will.
We'll talk.
I will. I will.
But I came in. You guys were early, and I didn't see it, so I've only been here maybe, I don't know, half hour maybe. So I have to watch the replay to catch up on the good news. Because I missed the first part. So I'm really here to listen, but I wanted to chime in about that because seriously, Friday night, Kay does that live stream and Amanda Pants is sitting there with the evidence that a group came into her within an hour. So, yeah.
So glad to have you, Waxy.
Well, thank you.
Good to talk to Miss Waxy.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'm going to look at the chat for a second. Yep, Joey and Todd I'm talking, and Kiera called us the trifecta. I don't know if Todd has the mic or if he's at work. I don't know do you know what he's doing, Joey? I dropped a link if he wants to.
He says he's because Steve's streaming about the NSS thing, Kyle going to jail, so he's kind of.
Did he go to jail? I thought it was the warrant.
Well, there's an actual warrant, yeah, a real warrant. Before it was like he might issue one, and he finally issued one yesterday.
Yay, so, Kyle!
I mean, they find him. He's going to be put in jail. Got a $10,000 at this point, $10,000 bond. If they. I wonder whether they'll actually. He seems like a flight risk. I don't see how he gets a $10,000 bond.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you, Joey. Don't you think he might be in Mexico? Because he was in Mexico.
I mean, that's a low bond.
I don't know whether he would go. You know what I mean? Like, he could be anywhere, to tell you the truth. I mean, that would be kind of crazy because then, I mean, he would. I mean, I think they would come down even harder on him if they had to. Spend like all that money to extradite him from like New Mexico or God knows where, or if he's in Mexico and he gets caught, they actually have to send people to Mexico to, escort him back. And that's like thousands of dollars on your, because you got to send, an agent there, you got to pay for the flight, and they pay like through the nose because it's the government. So,
Well, you know what? It's a good thing he doesn't look like he's been punched in the face by meth. Like he said, I did, because when you go to jail, you want to make sure you're pretty.
Kyle was very mean to you, Red.
Yeah, plus he's got the other, like, I don't know if you guys know, I mentioned this the other day, but he's got a court appearance for driving with fictitious plates. And that's like July 12th or something like that. So he's got another court date coming up, no matter what anyway. And I don't see him even showing up for that one either.
He could pay that one online and admit guilt, but let's face it.
Fictitious plates? I don't know. I think that's
a fine. I mean, I think he can pay. He could plead guilty and pay it, but I don't know that he's going to pay.
Okay.
I don't think you can trust him to pay anything.
It was driving without a license as well.
Oh yeah, he needs to go to court.
Yeah, that's court. Driving without a license and driving with fictitious plates. That's a court date.
Well, these all add up to a person that wants to get off the grid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Just disappear, Kyle. Anywho. Let's see. I'm scared let's see. Was that still playing? We'll see.
Well, you have it in the background. Hasn't been playing.
I know. I didn't know if it's going to continue to play since it's.
Yeah, I think if you just
let's watch.
I've looked up a lot about it myself. If one of the altars has been compromised, a new altar shows up to take their place.
It's a good thing she's not drunk, y'all.
She has 16 altars now. She didn't have 16 before. KJ knows how to trigger the altars out of her.
Oh my God.
She has one that looks out for all of them. She has...
I might need to get me an altar to look out for me. Dottie might need one. I think Nat loans hers out.
Oh my.
But KJ knows how to draw those out in her.
Right?
She draws out my altars all the time.
Yeah, she gets me out of my character too.
There's a nice Waxy and there's a mean Waxy.
I don't believe it.
Well, I do get mad.
Oh, Waxy, your mean Waxy is my good me.
No, Jennifer. Oh.
No. Somebody said in Charlotte's stream earlier something about Charlotte's friends or this person that's on video with her and having her opinion, something about an opinion. And I said, when is she gonna get her own? Because all I ever hear this girl say when she's with Dottie is, yeah, right, It's like just a yes man, and that's all I heard is all Little Red wants is lead yes man. I don't think this girl's ever made a sentence.
Who is the girl? I saw the video before.
Her name's Megan, I think.
Megan.
She used to be a sub of mine, and I don't know why she left, but I hear that she tells people the story, a few people, not all of them, but she tells them the story of why she left, but she never told me, never talked to me about it. So, I don't know.
Well, I think she was, when I watched the video, I thought that she might be stuck. You know, she didn't want to go against Dottie.
She seemed very uncomfortable.
Yes, that's the word.
I mean, and if you nobody here's seen the whole thing, right? Am I the only one?
Yeah.
I watched.
Did you see most of it?
I saw most of it, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but did she not seem more uncomfortable as the stream went on?
Yes.
Like it just seemed like,
because she was thinking, we just canceled Little Red for this a few months ago. What are you doing?
True.
And I didn't even do it on. I know we didn't, because Little Red didn't even go public with her craziness.
Right,
Not that night.
No, I mean, she just got progressive. This is actually, I think, not too long into it, but by the end of the stream, she was just out there.
Well, it's her channel, and the stuff was being spewed. I'm sure she was questioning, right? Like, wait, what are you saying there? Dottie, stop it.
Well, it was Dottie's channel, right?
Yeah, this was on Dottie's.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. She was the guest. That's right. So she can do whatever she wants.
I wonder what would have happened, because it was supposed to have been Tiny Dancer, right? Or was that the night before? There was one.
Think it was.
There was one night that Tiny Dancer got caught. I heard this earlier. Tiny got called into work, so she couldn't be there.
It was like a couple of nights ago. One of her either her last stream, or I think it was her last stream that was the time.
So is she still
this one?
Yeah.
Is she still streaming?
She hasn't streamed since. Well, no, she did have a stream.
She has once
yesterday, I think.
Who, Tiny Dancer? Or?
No, Dottie. It was a game stream.
Yeah, that's what she mostly does.
She was sad.
She mostly has like some kind like a Hangman or
but that's the first
Shaw's
time
a Sunset or something like that. You know,
she had.
I mean, like I've always given her kind of credit that, like, I mean, like whether she got involved in some drama, like most of her content has not been. It's like completely like not even KJ related or whatsoever. It's
she go on other people's channel to do drama.
Okay, see, I don't. That's why I never
what
see
I would
any
say
of that.
too.
Yeah,
her channel is. Yeah.
It's like games and like I said, reviews.
I used to
hear trivia, all sorts of stuff like that, and
I used to.
Tiny Dancer does. She does OnlyFans now.
I used to get told regularly that people told her that they only came to my channel ever because of her, to watch her. That's the only reason I had anybody in my channel. So I never watched her whole streams. I just didn't because I was angry. I'm not gonna go watch them, and because after you made me that mad, I can't even stand your voice anymore. And that's just how I am. But the few times I went to her streams, where was all the people that was only watching me for her? I don't get it. I don't. If people said that, they were mad at me because
well, your channel seems to have recovered quite a bit. You know, you're back to like mid 150s to 200. You know, and you know, I mean, who were here? You were a little higher for a while, but that also you had a little bit. It wasn't so much of all the stuff that happened, was that you were kind of like the pioneer of I'm covering KJ like a lot, and then everybody saw like, oh wow, like look at, you know, Red gets, you know, 200 something people in there. I'm going to do this. So there was a proliferation of all these channels who also covered her more. So it got spread out. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I think that's right. Exactly right.
You know, it just, you know, you, like I said, you were a pioneer. So
did you just call me the OG?
Yeah, you were like, you really were like the OG for in this sense, you know, doing like the live stream, having people on talking about it and doing it instead of doing like a, you know, the 15-minute, 10-minute edited piece, like you know, like what Truth Loose does or Drama and Opinions. You were the first one who did like long live streams, and you know, sometimes we would talk about Unirock, and sometimes we would talk about KJ, and you know what I mean, like, and people saw that worked.
Yeah.
It is kind of like, I'm gonna, you know, this isn't a knock or anything. It is easier than doing edited videos because you admitted how it's hard to do edited videos. So
they are difficult and time consuming and frustrating. Absolutely.
And the thing is, the reason why you do well is because you have a personality. They might do.
They wanted to be around for
cover the
whatever
subject, but
craziness might have
they
come
don't
out
joke
of my
around
mouth.
quite as much or have as much fun with it, or you know what I'm trying to say.
Well, the streaming, and it now involves the audience, and it's a give and a take. Both, you know, the creator talks, and then the feedback from the subs, that makes it a different experience than
I had good panel members. I had Joey and Todd. People love Joey and Todd, and
I mean, that's what Charlotte does well.
Yes.
Is that she interacts
Yes.
with her audience quite a bit.
Yes.
And that's what I think people liked, because, you know, they would type something and she would notice it and actually comment on it. So that was like her strong suit. That's what I mean, that she worked at it. You know what I mean? Like,
yes,
she did content and she found a formula that people liked. And like, I don't know why people want to, like, you know, like Irish is here, you know, like Keemstar, he's got his formula and it works. So he gets he's got 5 million subs, you know, and I mean, you know, people follow him on Twitter and everything else because he does something that people like. Like, don't worry about other people's money, you know, or what, you know, do your own thing. You know what I mean? Don't be monitoring what other people are doing.
Yeah.
Right. So, mental illness. Hold on. I lost it. My chat. I was fixing to read mental illness. I'm looking.
I took a liking to Little Red right away, but how I met everybody and like opened up to everybody is I was trying to get a fight to stop. There was a fight happening, and I could see a lot of misinformation being passed around. I tried to stop it. And
she did it on her own channel.
I've never done it on my channel. I did it on T Detox's channel. She was the first stream I'd ever.
Oh yeah.
And then went on errands, and we all know what happened there.
That was fun.
And then went on Little Reds, and we know what happened there.
Hell broke loose.
God damn! It was war.
Do you know what was so ironic about that whole thing is that people were so mad at me for letting you come do that, and I had no idea about that fight, about that or
Oh
whatever
my God, are
was.
you going to beat this dead horse again? Have we not?
No.
covered this
I had no
a
idea.
billion
I had
times,
no
bro?
idea. I really didn't. So it was just
wait, but you've said this a billion times. Like, we
Oh
know
yeah, I
you
know.
didn't know. I know you didn't know.
I just felt so bad afterwards because I felt like I damn, I damn did her wrong. I didn't mean to get in trouble.
I mean, I had to like limit who I talked to in the community for about 3 months because I had mobs of people hammering my Twitter, going after me, going after my friends, you know, tagging Keem on Twitter saying, "Oh, we know Irish Badass is lying. She doesn't really know you." And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I told him, and he's like, "Oh, just put your Twitter on private and just ignore these people."
Yeah, that's
it was bad though, you know, like Tipster, he hasn't heard me cry like that in a long time. I mean, I don't know why sometimes I have a need to be liked. I guess it's the bartender in me, but it was also very confusing to me because I never meant to hurt anybody, and I'm being accused of all these horrible lies.
Oh like, my God, don't be the damn
lies.
It's terrible.
So I don't mean to like what happens because I don't know about this. Like you went on Erin's stream.
I asked somebody in a server who claimed to be a friend, a good friend, mind you, of somebody else, how they were. Like, you know, haven't seen that person in a couple days, you know, haven't seen around, you know, how they doing. Last time I talked to them, they were pretty upset. And that got spun to, I was talking to strangers about that person's mental health.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jesus.
Yeah. And I was like, I go to Tipster, I'm like, what the fuck? He goes, well, wait a minute, Irish. What if you did ask somebody about their mental health? What the hell is even wrong with that?
I was going to say that. Like, what's, you know, actually having concern about somebody, you know?
It was blown severely out of proportion.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, and it was just
especially since I didn't know about any of it because my mental health had been questioned in a stream by that person a week before. So I left the stream before
I had to calm Tipster down because
it was crazy.
The other channels within the commentary community that have known me for some of them 7 years were pissed. And
they acted like you were.
They were ready to say, "Hey, let's start dropping videos about how the anti-KJ community is cancer and is worse than the anti-O community." I'm like, okay, let's not go there because I'm not like I'm not mentally.
What's the anti-O? Onision?
Onision, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. So things just, you know, and like I said, there was a key person who stepped up immediately that night and intervened and was like, I do not approve of what's going on. There's a group of us that don't approve of what's going on. How can we make it better? And they did. And I've been friends with that person ever since. And we are just loyal to each other. I've met some really cool people, including Little Red, out of all of that mess, you know, that I've stayed friends with.
This is for the most part a cool, chill ass community. For the most part.
I don't know. Right now it's seeming pretty damn crazy.
Well, I mean, it's changed a lot since December, but when I got here, it was really cool. A lot has happened.
I like how you can hear.
I think it would
be
hear
Cash in the background.
It would be a 3-letter word as to what happened. Nat.
Oh yeah. Nah, I don't
Waxy says she's going to the store. She might be back later.
Okay.
She gets some booze because I'm out.
Oh, I'm almost out. And I'm not drunk yet.
I mean, she's my groupie pal, right? Like we've talked about, you know, going to concerts together and shit.
Heck yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of wish, I know I'm sounding like ridiculous, but I just kind of wish everybody would just stop this fucking infighting.
Yeah.
I think it's absolutely ridiculous and unnecessary. And, you know, if I can say this without getting my head chopped off, if I get it chopped off, so be it. I apologize if I offend anybody by saying this, but, you know, in regards to Dottie, she got taken advantage of just like anybody else that Nat had an opportunity to manipulate and try to get them to believe that all these horrible things has happened to this woman. and her mother, her little psycho mother. I think that they're just a tag team in this, and
that video
I feel
was
bad
bizarre.
for Dottie. I feel bad for her, and I think that, you know, the way that I heard her talk out in that video, there's a lot of liquor behind what she's saying. Being in the liquor industry, I understand it. I don't think that she meant some of the stuff she said. I think that Little Red and her may have a little bit of a recent past about some incident that happened in Little Red's chat a few months ago, and maybe that never resolved. But, you know, please don't let these
There's
crazy
nothing wrong with having
Little
empathy
Miss
for
Noble.
somebody.
Yeah, please don't let. Thank you. I appreciate that very much. Please don't let this Little Miss Noble and that person and her crazy ass throw mama from the train mom like derail what you guys took a couple years to like build. You know,
who are
like,
you talking about? I knew Dottie for 3 months, and
okay.
and
Well,
Nat
I
was
didn't know how long you've
yeah
been
yeah
YouTube.
no a couple months, and Nat wasn't in the Nat didn't exist yet when. Well, yes, she did. I guess I don't know. I didn't know who Nat was when that happened, and she wasn't friends with her. And I can completely live in this community and be cordial with her. I will never be friends again, ever. But that's fine. I'm not friends with a lot of people, and I can still be
don't be nasty with me. Like, get out with that shit. Like, I should be able to talk about things the way I
no, you're right. You absolutely can. I'm just saying
the problem. No, I'm talking to Donut. I'm talking to the person who I've always been nice to in chat. Who's always been nice to me, telling me to get out with this shit. See, that's part of the problem. Is I had an issue with somebody who I care about, a friend earlier, where they're trying to tell me who I can talk to, who I can't talk to, what I can believe, what I can do. I don't put up with that shit. All right? Because those people don't pay my fucking bills. They don't pay my internet. They don't buy my computer. They don't fuck me. They don't fix my car, and they don't cook me dinner. Okay?
You got to remember that Donut trolls a little bit, though.
No,
so.
but I love Donut.
Not here. Not
but
really.
I love Donut, and I don't understand why Donut would say, get out of here with that. It's like, don't disrespect me. If you don't agree with my opinion, then, you know, be like, Irish, sorry, go drink another one. I don't agree with you. But don't be gruff with me, and like, because I'm sensitive when it comes to that. Because if I breathe wrong, I'm getting attacked by a bunch of anti-KJs. And it's like nonstop.
I think the word jelly or donuts coming from is a lot of people I've heard that say this, and this is why I'm guessing. That people are tired of hearing if we could just come back together, and we're not ever going to come back together like everybody be friends.
There's no kumbaya around the fire making
I think that might be what they
mean.
Just
agree to disagree and just don't, you know, attack each other. Like, that's all. Like, when it gets real life, when people are calling CPS and people are doxing people, it's gone too far.
Right.
This is internet shit.
Well, remember you kind of,
because I didn't. Yeah.
You actually mentioned, like, you know, like that you think, I guess is it Nat that you think, you know, you guys think that Nat has like mental illness? You got to feel sorry for her too. You know what I mean? If someone is this, even if, you know, when they're doing, you know,
I do. I think
doing terrible things.
I think she's going to look great in a prison jumpsuit. I think we should do a GoFundMe to raise money for
that's the problem,
to match her jumpsuit.
Nat is never going to go to jail. That's the problem. Nat will never get punished for this. She's going to walk away scot-free.
Yeah, you can tell like they were already lining the defense for mental defect or whatever.
No, but she's in the UK. Nothing is going to happen to her. Now, Little Miss Noble's going to have a fun time in a prison jumpsuit.
You know.
But is she really getting prison? I mean, is she really getting in trouble, prosecuted?
Nobody knows how deep her hand is in
this. And if what Katie said is true, and it probably is in this case, apparently in Minnesota, filing a false CPS report is and I could see that. And the thing is, she admitted to it. It's not like they have to figure it out. She admitted to it. Now, she gave her own deposition right then and there, and that was stupid. An attorney would have told her, keep your damn mouth shut.
Right, but is she like, if she's not in the same state, are they actually going to bother to try and extradite her? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you know, whether they're going to try and extradite her for this, they think that's you know, if she's in the state and they catch her, that's one thing. But
you know,
are they really going to go to?
But she did enough crimes in that state.
Yeah.
Because they're electronic, right? So,
well, and the thing is, it wasn't just CPS. It was also, she filed a false tax fraud claim. She filed a false Social Security
what
insurance
was
claim.
the basis of that claim? Did she ever explain the tax fraud claim? Like, what was her angle with that?
Katie, now, granted, this is from Katie, but it was saying that they were cheating on their taxes.
Because
she
I
said
thought
what?
it was yeah.
And that they filed a false bar claim against Salts.
But the tax fraud thing I thought had to do with unemployment, with Todd's
Yes,
unemployment.
yes. It
So
was
then
unemployment taxes. There, because the rumor that's been flying around the internet, and again this comes back to the community, is that Todd was receiving unemployment. I'm going to assume this is where it's going to go from, is that Todd was receiving unemployment while at the same time receiving money for
taking care of their
Yeah,
kid.
being
for
their
caring
sub
for
caregiver. So basically, he's getting paid money on top of getting unemployment, and
Right.
I'm going to assume that's where it stemmed from.
getting paid money to be the child's caregiver via Social Security?
Yeah, because he's got special needs.
Right.
He
So
was
they
being
figured
paid
they'll.
to be the full-time caregiver.
Yes.
Katie gets paid a certain amount of hours
I
also.
don't know how that works.
I don't
to be
really.
honest with
Doesn't
you.
make sense to me either.
I
But
don't know how that. See, you know what I thought it was? I thought that she had filed a tax fraud complaint, meaning that like donations and stuff that KJ was getting on her channel, she was sharing with him, and I'm thinking, well, it wouldn't be enough money anyway. I mean, everybody was getting unemployment at one time. Like everybody was getting unemployment.
Well, I mean, if that's what Katie told you, that's fine. I'm just saying this is what I'm thinking.
I never said Katie said that. I said that's what I thought because I didn't understand.
Yeah,
why
no,
she filed it.
That would be my assumption because that's what everybody has talked about on, and most of everything that went in those the messages that Manda Pants got was based off of everything that was flying around the community.
Yeah, and that actually wouldn't be tax fraud. That would be unemployment. Same thing as like Medicaid fraud. I'm trying to say, like collecting unemployment when you're.
That would be
actually,
an overpayment, and
that would be filing for a false unemployment claim. Which is like filing for like Medicare, Medicaid when you're over the limit. Like you're only supposed to make like a certain amount per month.
Right. I mean, it's just,
and you're employed and you're making way
ridiculous.
over the limit. And
it's stretching, I think.
Yeah, I just it to me it's very sickening.
It's confusing. Well,
did she get quiet? I didn't.
Little Miss Noble. I'm sorry. My gut is telling me she has a lot of involvement. And what's also concerning, without knowing if any of these screen caps that are being passed around in conversations are real, it looks like there's some recent conversation. I don't know if it's before she went on Kay Baxter's stream or after, where it looks like she's like having like a very angry conversation with somebody either in a group DM or at Nat. I don't think she's talking to Nat because I think she mentions his Nat's name, and I don't know if it's the same person that gave all these screen caps to Katie Joy or not. So I don't know if these conversations are even real. I don't know, but the way that the things that she's saying, that this Little Miss Noble is saying to this other person, looks like they're admitting to a lot more involvement than just I helped her with words and that's all I did and I was a support system, and it's not looking good for Little Miss Noblest. Sorry.
Ooh.
You remember that song, Red? She's got.
I know. I was just reading that. And I was like, "Are they talking about who? Are they talking about?" Dottie said she stood by what she said, and she wasn't drunk when she said that.
Where'd she say that?
Oh, not everybody's gonna.
Oh, she said what she said. I don't know where she said it. I heard it though. I heard that she said.
I haven't been around in a while, so I don't know if there must have been some other stuff going on I don't know. So I apologize to everybody in the chat if I offended you by saying I really just wish everybody would get along. I mean, I do feel like Dottie got taken advantage of by this Nat person, just like Nat took advantage of anybody she ever dealt with, whether it be a DM or a tweet or whatever. Like she took advantage of Charlotte too.
She's a chameleon,
I
and she
think
There's
became
nothing to
what she
apologize for,
I
though.
think she probably did take advantage of Dottie and most of the people she came in contact with. But the problem with that is when the people she took advantage of start lying to make her sound more credible. Like I saw the video of Katie and her talking. Like, no, you didn't, because it didn't happen. So now,
so see, that's where Kay did a great job in like correcting her and going, wait a second.
No, but Dottie said it too in this very video. That's the problem. That's a huge problem.
She said she saw a couple videos.
She said she saw what videos? What were in the videos?
Keep playing this and let her hear it.
Okay.
Is it close? Okay.
Littles. They're called littles. They're like 4 years old. 6 years old. One's part unicorn. I've discovered all this with talking with Nat. This poor girl. I can't even imagine. Do you know why she has DID? Because her fucking childhood was so traumatic. It triggered this shit. That poor girl. She has a protector alter who tries to protect everything. But when one of the altars is compromised or triggered or abused, another altar is formed.
Hey, you want to pause for a second just to make sure?
Right.
And she should be getting to it here shortly, where she talks about actually physically seeing this stuff happen.
Which you mean, like, kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like this is a little bit of a different thing, but I don't know if you guys know who Menace to Sobriety is. When this is in the non sequitur, is like, oh, I saw Kyle's bank statements. He opened it, like that's the same, along the same lines of, you know what I mean, like trying to give credibility to something that didn't happen. You there, Red?
I'm just listening.
No, I was wondering if Red's still there.
Oh, I asked Jennifer. I was muted. I asked Jennifer, did she pin that comment? Because I didn't think I pinned it, and it's pinned.
I don't think any of us
I can't
can
pin any
pin.
comments.
Well, I didn't think you could, but since you were sharing that screen, I didn't know if it let you. That's weird. No. I guess I did.
Oh, the one that's the personality thing. No, I think that's not a pin. That just you choose to have let comments come up, and you just happen to let another one come up or something like that.
No.
It's StreamYards. I've never done that thing. Yeah. That's the one where I see a lot of comments is on StreamYards.
Yeah, it's because you pin them.
Okay.
I think. Hey, TD Talks. All right, let's listen.
And everyone wants to think Nat is behind this. I can't see it. I cannot see it from everything I know. And everyone thinks, oh, she's just stupid. She's just a sucker. Blah, 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 blah. Fuck you all. If you have seen the shit I've seen.
It is funny. Fuck you all.
How do you fake a 14-minute video recording of a screen chat where someone is chatting with another person? I can see KJ typing and then responding, Nat typing and responding, and then I see KJ and responding, and then I see KJ delete. This is all on Instagram. How do you fake a fucking video? Someone tell me. If you tell me how you fake a fucking video,
yeah,
now,
and
I am open to that shit.
Right, and
how would you know it's the actual person though? Can't you just
anybody and their dog? Yeah, anybody could have been on the other side of that screenshot.
Was
you don't
it a
know.
Fake account? Like, did
you could spoof.
Yeah,
you could spoof the avatar, right? And then
exactly.
You could just call.
I kind of think somebody made a fake Michael Salt's Twitter account.
I could be Donald Trump.
Fake DMs with him. That's just my opinion, though. So, isn't it possible? Like, I don't. Is this an Instagram conversation? Does she have a verification on Instagram?
No.
No, I don't
No.
believe
So
so.
anybody could have posed as her then, right?
It doesn't show like like in on Twitter.
Diane
It'll
says
show the name, right, and then it shows the actual. Well, even in like just DMs though, it won't show like, what I'm trying to say. Like if I spoofed, I could be anybody I want, and if I talked to you like in DM and it was just the two of us talking, you wouldn't see like, I mean, you can click on the link to follow it um on Twitter. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like you can click on.
Sorry, somebody's here. Sorry.
someone's gonna die.
And it'll take you to the account. Like you guys, I guess, have seen this video. Did anybody click on the link to follow? When supposedly Katie was talking, that it took them to Katie's Instagram account.
This is just what she said. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
She says it's a 17-minute thing that she watched. I don't know.
Okay, so there's no proof. Okay,
There's
I
no
didn't know
proof.
whether you guys. All right.
No.
Yeah. So that's what I was confused about. If this has been shown, well, then she could have proved it was Katie by, here, look, I'll click on this message and it takes me to Katie's actual Instagram account.
Exactly.
But without that kind of proof, then how do you know?
Exactly. And it's so funny. Little Miss Noble's tag on her Twitter was receipts or it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Where's our receipts? I mean, I think that's the most ironic thing is that was her tagline.
Oh, Diane, I understood what you meant, sweetheart. I agree with you. Because if that person had already sent an email to Katie Joy confessing that she had misremembered that she was a friend of hers for a year and that it was all made up and all this, then she probably made up the video too. Maybe Little Miss Noble made a fake, without a crystal ball Instagram account, and she was the one typing back and forth to Nat while Nat's mom was recording it with her phone.
Exactly.
Because I think her mom's quite involved. That's just a hunch, though.
Well, she has to be. I mean, she's literally getting into that video and saying, I saw Katie Joy hit her child. Or no, Todd. Like, you saw this? What? Huh?
Who said they saw that?
That's what her mom said in that video.
Oh, yeah. And she goes, and I reported it. You can come at me. I'm like, okay, Granny.
I mean, clearly, mom is in it up to her eyeballs, too.
Yeah, so that's kind of like to do that. Like, I don't, I see KJ and I don't care for her. And I can comment on the things that she says and her sad fishing and all that other stuff. But it's like,
I don't think she's beating her kid in any way, shape, or form.
Even to accuse her of that kind of thing, it's just like, it's like so low. Like, why would you even go there? It's like, there's so much other fruit, low-hanging fruit that you can go for. Why would you even go for that? Just do the stuff, all the terrible stuff that she does as, you know what I mean? That you see, you don't have to invent anything.
But, I mean, it's no different than these idiots that are insulting her chin. She does enough. Her actions are enough. Why are we insulting things that she has no control over?
Well, I'm a little guilty of that. I call her Chinocchio, so,
I just, this whole... I mean, I said this to somebody earlier. She's not even what I would consider a medium-sized YouTube channel. She's got 170,000 people.
Yeah, that's true.
Why? What is this? She's got more eyeballs on her with all this mess, and it seems like probably some of the bigger ones. Why do we have murder for hire? Why do we have CPS reports on not even a medium-sized YouTube? What the hell's happening? There are far more problematic people out there. Why her?
I
you know what I'm saying?
It's a cottage industry too. I mean, it really, like, there are just so many people who do it that it's kind of hard. I mean, I understand because she does seem to pick a fight with everybody.
She is polarizing.
I mean?
She's very polarizing.
Yeah, see, Dot Mandy is exactly right. Nat admitted she wasn't talking to KJ, so of course the video is fake. like it's fake.
Like even like I'll just point out like when Keemstar was in her chat, she loved him, and then when
man, how many times do I got to apologize for that? I
no,
thought
no, I'm not. I'm saying no. I'm pointing. There's nothing wrong with that.
That's why I brought Keem.
But I'm saying, well, when he did that thing where I got to take that back.
I know.
But I love that. God. But then suddenly, like, she brings up everything that Keemstar this and Keem. Like, wait a minute, 5 seconds ago you loved him.
On the planet.
Now he's that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because and all he did was take back his support for her. He didn't say anything bad about her or anything like. Look, I just got to take back my support for you. And like I said, and she said all these things about what a terrible guy he was, and like like that. That's why she.
She said, "I don't understand why I'm being sued when Keemstar's done worse than me." I said, "With all due respect, he's not being sued. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It got very annoying a year ago, and it was a reminder a couple of days ago.
I'm saying, but when he just went into her,
but she just did it to Preacher Boy. She was all gaga goo goo when he was in her IG, and then when he did some research, which now it kind of sounds like somebody did probably give him threats, but that's a whole different issue. But he put that thing out, and then she's like, "Well, he just disparaged me, and he didn't talk to me first, and blah 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 blah, and he's this horrible person just because he took back his support."
But she does it to everybody. Like she used to like rave about Unirock, like, oh, Unirock, he's the best thing since sliced bread. He's really good. He's a great. And then now I saw a tweet like yesterday or today that you've done more damage to me, Unirock, than any other person. Like I don't watch him anymore because I can't even hate watch him anymore. But like, wait a minute, how'd you go from you're the greatest, person in the world to now you've hurt me more than anybody. There've been people.
It's a new person every hour. Lisa is right though, and Lisa, that's why I think people were putting. From what I understand, that's why people were talking behind the scenes, is because Nat had put the word out that she was looking for raw footage of Katie Joy's child, and that's what started drawing up alarm bells for people in the anti-KJ community going, wait a minute here. Why is Natalie asking for raw footage of her kid?
Okay, well, I do remember at one point somebody, like, I'm going to believe this is true. I don't know whether it's true, but someone called the hospital when her child was. I mean, like, why would you do something like that? I mean,
So Lisa, to answer your question, they contacted CPS. CPS screened the call out. They basically said there was no reason to go. So another email was sent that said, so you're not going to do anything? Can I talk to a supervisor? So they elevated it to the level of a supervisor who then also screened it out. At which point, because they didn't get the answer they wanted, they then contacted the police. And it was a sheriff in the neighboring county. So they tried 3 times consecutively to get it to happen. The sheriff also screened it out. So no, there was not a official. They attempted to file a report, but it was not investigated because it was screened out.
I'm sure they deal with this a lot. You know what I mean? Because they recognize this stuff. Because the person's saying, "Well, I don't know her personally. I know her from this online." And right away, I'm sure that's a red flag for any kind of law enforcement. Like, oh, okay, this is you're not like a relative. You don't, you know what I mean? You don't know anything about it. All you know about her is you don't like her opinion online, So I'm sure that they're right away that they're like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, unless they had like a video to show them, like, I can send you this video, which, it's actual proof.
And that was what she was trying to find. That's what set the house of cards falling in. Is the sheriff's office sent an email that said, can you get raw footage? And so she contacted Sassy because Sassy had all like the Instagrams. And so she contacted Sassy and said, hey, can I get some raw footage? And Sassy's like, okay, the Spidey sense came up. And so Sassy contacted KJ and's like, dude, this is what's happening.
Are you still here, Red? Okay, so since Red's not here, T Detox did a $5 super chat. I just want to say something. That's it.
Hey, I've been trying.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry. Thank you, TD Talks, for the $5 super chat. That's it. I love you. LOL. That's what she said. Thank you so much. Sorry. I got a little emergency
Issue?
here.
A plumbing emergency or
no, it's breaking down car emergency.
Oh, can I think I can actually start the video, can I?
I don't know if you can, but I've got to end mine because I've got to leave, and I don't know how long it's going to take.
Okay, and before you go, also, did you see that she upgraded her membership to BFFs?
Oh, TD Talks, thank you so much. She's a BFF now. I don't know what she was before, but you're amazing. I wished you'd have took a link earlier, and dang it, this has been a good stream. I'm sorry. I'm just like last week I had a flat tire, and now again, this happens.
Okay, well, it's been 2.5 hours, right?
Oh, so, has it? Oh,
yeah, it's been 2.5 hours.
Okay, well, I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all, and I will be. I don't know about tomorrow night because that's Friday, and you know what happens on Friday. But maybe we'll see. I'll see what's scheduled, and if not tomorrow, then Saturday for sure. And
you have a regular scheduled time for Saturday yet? Or?
Yeah, around the same time. And thank you everybody for coming. And maybe this won't get shut down for that one little bit of the video we played.
Nah, that's fair use. So what can you be shut down for?
I don't know. Who knows? We'll see.
You stopped it. That's what I was telling you to pause a lot. You know, like the same way when we used to do KJ stuff. You know, as long as you pause it often and comment about it, then that's fair use. There's nothing they could hit you for.
Right.
KJ was never successful. Remember?
Yeah. All right. Well, I love y'all and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I'll see y'all soon.
And you guys, if you wanted to see it, I remember you can cut it off. I'll just tell them after you get off. Stop the stream.
Do what?
I was just going to remind them the link is in the private chat.
But that's not this one.
And I'm sorry if I
can't load this one. It won't let me.
Okay, y'all have a good night.
The YouTube video that I
the one you posted. Oh, let me copy that. Let me copy that.
That's what I was just reminding you that's in there.
I'm having big regret right now. Big regret.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
Take care.